a real boy.
Bad daddy. Ah! Bad daddy. I'm a real boy. Not your son.
My stream's a little bit behind, so I'm missing it. It'll hit me in a second.
Bad daddy. I'm a real boy.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Dez, for that one. I'm not sure if that's... Here's the thing.
Being able to rock out to that to a little bit of a delay, that's great.
Every single one of these goes up on YouTube, and we start with the intro music, and I'm not entirely sold yet on that song being the intro to every single YouTube video. But at least this one time.
We should keep that. That should be like our horror. Like, if we all get together to stream horror video games, we all just get together like, everyone ready for a new episode of Amnesia Descent? Bad Daddy. And
I was actually mixing it a little bit with other things on my soundboard. I'll show you what I came up with. I didn't physically.
Do.
I'm gonna have to push the buttons independently. It's just one edition. That's all it is. You're gonna have to, I guess, turn the stream volume back on for this one.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I'm a real boy.
Bad daddy.
he keeps kicking me in the dick. Why?
Bad
Why
daddy.
does he keep kicking me in the dick?
Oh,
Keep kicking me in the...
it's in right there, in the right spot. We also have good. Oh, that's the long one.
Oh man.
Are we ready to play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think now I'm in mood. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I feel like
I needed some bad daddy to really get my day going.
Oh, that is in context. In context, it's a bad father being disciplining or treating his son poorly in a video game, and I'm making silly jokes. Out of context, that's weird as shit.
No, it's not.
Out of context. I tell you that was it Friday or Monday? Yeah, Friday. I walked into work, or I was in work, and one of the cadets was grinning at me, and she couldn't hold back a laugh. She was trying hard not to laugh. I was like, what's so funny? And she wouldn't tell me. And she said they had something for presentation on Saturday when I go out to the field. And then showed me they found the GIF, that little me head turn GIF. So they've been messing around either in the Discord or honestly, it's probably the clips, because you guys are really skyrocketing some crazy clips to the most watched section, so they're not hiding from anything. So thank you for that.
No.
I'm sure Bad Daddy is exactly what they stumbled across.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just trying to imagine, like, the other side of this. I'm trying to imagine being a cadet in training, and there's Captain here.
Captain Serious Pants.
Yeah, Captain Serious Pants. And then one day you're at home, and one of the other cadets that trains with you sends you a message that says, "You have to see this." And there's a link. And you click the link, and it's that.
It's just
I'm a real boy.
Bad daddy.
Yeah, it's just bad daddy.
I tempered it this time. They only know because I told them.
Okay.
I spend the beginning of every class saying, "Hey, what'd you do this weekend? What are some interesting things? Any cool video games?" I don't sit there and go, "Hey, I streamed. Listen to me talk about myself." But I've definitely been open about it. And over the last 4 years, they find it. It doesn't go away once they find it.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what I get at my next duty station, if I'm that forward anymore. But it's all been good, because I ain't done anything too crazy here other than
Bad daddy.
Bad Daddy. So last
Bad daddy
time
will live with you till you die.
that's fine. I hope it gets worse. We'll make it a little crazier. We'll make it more awkward. Whatever y'all need.
before you retire, that's going to be like featured at Coachella. Like every artist is just going to have Bad Daddy right before the drop in every single one of their songs.
There it is. It was such that is the perfect right before the drop.
More importantly, if we're ever at PAX
it's gonna play, and you know it will.
We need to make Bad Daddy the new version of the Damn Son, Where'd You Find This, where that was everywhere for a little bit.
I hope that is not the last clippable thing I do, and it gets better. So, y'all are fantastic. I love all of you. Hello, I'm Uncommon. Welcome to Uncommon Gaming. I am joined today by the 6 sexiest players in Dungeons and Dragons. This is Delving in Deep, episode 23. And ladies and gentlemen, last time on Delving in Deep, we unfolded a few events. We unfolded a few cause trouble moments, which, ooh, did I turn those back on? Are they on, guys?
I don't know.
Can you check one?
No, they are not.
Okay, we can't go until I turn these on, but last time you found a large puzzle box. Okay? They
And
are
immediately lost it.
back on. You found yourself a large puzzle box, and Kia spent some time, a full hour, working through it, and the psychic energies and the magic behind it blasted her away, dropping her instantly, almost killing her. And then as they were able to bring her back and stabilize her, a fucking dragon ripped off the roof of the ship. Just ripped it off. Threw it in the sea like it was, like I guess a tuna can, like a sardine. Popped that thing open, grabbed the box, whatever it is, caught the dragon's interest that heavily, and flew off. Ancient red dragon popped off on the scene, and it left Shell a little shaken. Kept to himself a bit, stayed on the ship, while everyone else kind of spent their day in town, gathering lumber, preparing for the journey ahead. And that's kind of where you're at now, as you brought back the lumber. Well, you left the lumber, brought back the meat of the Tyrannosaurus Rex and some supplies, and found yourself on the boat en route, traveling south down the shore to Daminimo's island. Did I miss anything?
Not that I can think of.
No.
Okay.
Sounds pretty good.
So as you sit, one long rest down, the morning sun rising, a couple hours set sail in front of you, you continue along Chrolome's coast. And it'll be a significant amount of time before you manage to make the trip. At least a week and a half, maybe a full 2 weeks if the wind's not in your favor. What would you like to do for this week? Looks like we lost one, so we're just going to adjust the camera really quickly. And we got one back. So we're going to adjust the camera right back to where it was.
I don't know what the fuck happened there.
Oh,
It's all right.
man. What, yeah.
I got a thing that said there's an error, and then it just shut off.
I mean, it was right. There was an error.
There was an error.
There was an error.
I wish you would have just told me a little bit more than there's just an error.
I don't know what the fuck to tell you, man. There's an error.
We don't know what it is, but it's there.
So, what would you like to
Sorry,
do?
everybody.
How much do we know about the place we're going to?
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody give me a history check as I take a few bites of bean and cheese burrito.
Huh. What history?
How do you still have those?
You can buy more.
There we go. That's what I was going to say.
I like the silence though.
I'm not picky. If I find something I like, I'll buy it again and again and again and again.
Fair.
I might change it up next time. Maybe bean, cheese, and beef burrito. Okay, taking a look at this. Kia, you know more or less what we've talked about. Party Island.
Yep.
Daminimo is a god of luxury and pleasure. Juniper, joy, blue moon. You have heard less than that, just the side conversations of people talking about those things. This seems to be a fun place, a chill place, nothing particularly dangerous or fraught with danger there. It is not only a, and we'll get into later, it's not only a place of, pleasure and relaxation. It's not particularly militaristically important. It's left alone strategically important. It's not particularly strategically important. It could theoretically be used as a forward operating base when getting into Enlos territory, but that place is such a lockdown area anyway. Anyway, moving on to Connor. Connor, you know that Daminimo and the lands have been in economic turmoil and trouble for some years now. As it turns out, when everybody just drinks and fucks all day, the rest of the land and nobody's cleaning house. Right? Nobody's doing the work that needs to get done. A lot of it is exported. Most of the work is people who travel vacations, right? Cruise lines, but I would say it was a fantasy cruise line. Like you wouldn't even get on a boat because boats suck, right? There's not a giant boat. So take everything you do on a cruise ship, like this one all-in-one encompassing vacation, and it's just at the port, tour guided to a resort. Yeah, resort. That's what we're going for. I'm describing a resort.
So it's like sandals.
That's what I was gonna say. This
Yeah,
all-inclusive trip to.
Daminimo is literally the Jamaica of the world.
Yeah.
Bigger.
And it's not even like it's super high class, right? There's not a lot of people there to build large, tall structures and take care of acres upon acres of land. There are those, and they have jobs, and they work. It's all kind of a series of part-timers. But it seems to suit... It's like why anybody goes to Portland, right?
For the donuts.
For the donuts.
For the steak.
For the steak.
Yeah, just the donuts.
For the things that are legalized there that aren't legalized everywhere else. For things you can do. So, Kester, more or less what I told Connor, your particular focus is this is a land where arcane magic isn't outlawed. And the red robes can't possibly... they're very ineffective there. They're there in very small numbers. But because of the culture and the nature of the island, it's that's where a lot of mages hang out, more or less in the open. So, your first week of travel. We'll break this up into the first week. I'll ask each of you what you kind of want to spend your week on. We'll do a couple rolls, and we'll see how this plays out. So, Kia, what is it you want to do during your week?
Oh, man. Probably make sure that Shelt's doing okay after the dragon shit.
Okay.
I think as we get away from port, it's a slow recovery, but it is an eventual recovery for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although he
play
doesn't
him some
necessarily like any questions about like why it bothered him so much or if he's doing okay. It's just vague comments about close encounters and stuff like that, but nothing in concrete.
Can I get let me get a charisma roll from you, Kia.
Okay, just straight charisma?
Please. Okay. Not going to tell you how you react, Shel. She does seem to check on you with about a 14 charisma. What kind of questions and approach are you using here, Kia? Thanks for all those beats.
Probably just like, the usual bring a drink, sit down, chat, casually like ease into it.
The high school counselor approach.
Yes, the high school counselor.
I'm gonna try a dungeon master trick here, and all the dungeon masters out there, take notes. Kia, what would that sound like?
So, I brought you a drink.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. You're doing okay.
Yeah. I'll be fine. Things will be all right.
Okay. Do you want to talk about it?
No, I mean, there's not really much to talk about. It's just it was shaken up. That thing was kind of right there, and
Yeah. I wouldn't know I was unconscious.
yeah, lucky you.
I mean, maybe lucky me. Death and all.
I mean, you didn't, so
Yeah, no, I didn't.
yeah, no, it'll be all right. On the way to Daminimo right now, right? You ever been
Yeah.
there?
No, I haven't. I'm actually quite excited.
Yeah, I've heard interesting things about the place.
Yeah, Party City.
Yeah, never really been myself.
Yeah, I wonder what the alcohol's like.
Hopefully good.
Yeah,
I'll look down at the drink cabinet. This is good though, too.
be nice
Thanks.
to have something new. No problem.
Yeah, nice change of the usual.
I'm sure
Maybe-
Steven will enjoy it.
Yeah, we probably want to keep an eye on him, make sure he doesn't enjoy it too much.
Yeah, we might never see him again.
Yeah. I'm sure they need you somewhere else on the ship right now. I mean, you're one of the few people who actually knows how to run this thing.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you were doing okay.
Yeah, thanks. See you around.
Yep. And I'll go do ship stuff.
Okay. All right, it's fine. Give me a navigational check for the week 2.
Okay. Just pull that up out of here.
Bits. Thank you, guys.
Yay, bits.
All right. So, okay. You find you're having trouble for a good couple of days early in the week as you navigate the ship against the wind. It seems to be working against you actively for a portion. You have to spend some significant amount of time on the ship navigating through not only the wind but currents that are shifting around you. The passage slows a bit. It is going to take some more time to get to the minimos, but otherwise you manage.
Okay.
All right, Shelt, how do you spend your week?
I mean, I think the clinical term is moping for a little bit. But once attitude sort of adjusted itself a little bit, feeling a little better, probably talking to Kester, seeing if there's anything I can help him out with, because I don't have anything really to do on a ship at the moment. So, yeah, if there's anything I can lend hands to for him.
Cool.
Because we're going to a place where mages are allowed, so I don't know if you need extra hands for things. To prepare yourself.
No kidding.
I would like to hang out in the tree and read my books and play my flute.
Okay.
Kind of.
So the tree. You ever seen those jungle gyms that like the dome, the metal monkey bar dome thing?
Mhm.
Kind of like that, but knit tighter together, and tree-like, not smooth, easy to lay on bars. But you managed to easily find good handholds and work your way up to the top of this little circular canopy. Over a couple times for a couple hours each day under the better conditions when you're not helping with the ship duties. Which books are you reading?
The one on plants in other places, since there was nothing in Daminimo, and then the one on the history of magic in evolution.
Okay, go ahead and give me an intelligence check. Just flat. All right, so with a 16, let me pull up my notes. You managed to get to a few parts that catch your interest about not plants that grow in Daminimo, but drugs that may flow through Daminimo from plants from other regions. And there's a small paragraph about recreational plants, used in the southern island down there. Plants with a variety of effects, most of them hallucinogens or effects similar to alcohol, but one in particular, a small purple leaf that acts as a almost like a polymorph. People use it to turn themselves into small and medium creatures, dogs, cats, and while also enjoying the effects of hallucinogens and inhibitors.
Interesting.
Hey, thank you, Zezzap, for the 1,000 bits. So, small purple leaf called the polydettle.
What's its number?
77.
Right to ask.
And go ahead and say list 2 for it's on list 2. What was that, Nox?
I said I was afraid to ask why cats and dogs.
I was just giving reference to small, not dangerous creatures.
Right.
Not any
Right.
particular other reason that you're not polymorphing into a T-Rex.
Right.
Bunnies.
Bunnies. Oh, they're so cute.
Breed like rabbits.
They in fact do like rabbits.
Yeah.
Uh,
Who would have thunk?
Rabbits were my senior project in high school. It was there's a whole long story. Ask me another time. Essentially, I got like 4 rabbits to start a breeding organic company, if you will, as part of my project. And I think my grandmother to this day still has like 35 rabbits.
Holy shit.
I was gonna ask you if it was along the lines of French culinary school and you had to raise and then slaughter the rabbit.
No, nothing like that. But God, that's a lot. It was a lot of work. Like an hour a day for a high schooler to go out and do all the rabbit stuff, and it just became like my grandmother's like hobby. All right, hey, Cranky Old Cuber,
fantastic.
thank you for the 1,500 bits. We are starting up with the new months of bits. Leader Sadra jumping in the early lead, but Cranky ain't having it. I'm not into getting shit. Back up. Okay, so with that we've got Nox. What would you like to do for your week?
I don't really have anything, so I think I'm gonna make alcohol.
Okay.
Ooh.
Do you have the brewer's tools proficiency?
Proficiency, yes.
Please roll. You have plenty of supplies. You have been
With
stocking up.
what?
I will let you choose which stat, and that'll determine.
Wisdom.
Okay. What's your goal?
I haven't clicked over to see what the actual roll is yet. What do you mean by goal?
What kind of are you trying to make the strongest drink, the tastiest drink, the fuzziest drink? All of the above.
What he's trying to make is just some good strong alcohol, but not like knock you over dead alcohol.
Okay. All right. You succeed well enough. Go ahead and
What
take
the
a note
actual-
that you've created. Any flavors particular you want to attach to this?
What flavor are the trees?
Okay. We'll say that you can use some of the
what
wood.
kind of trees do we have?
You know what? Give me a carpenter's roll. I got you here.
With
Carpenter's tools on dexterity. Okay. You managed to use the wood from the tree, some excess created from the rebuilding of the roof. There are some portions that needed to be cut out for good riggings. And you're able to make a small barrel out of it to store and flavor, if you will, kind of soak it in. And you make a whiskey. It's gonna take a month to fully come to its at least minimum age. But you did miss the mark a bit on the crafting of the barrel and getting the right process down for transferring the chaos flavor into it. So not quite chaos whiskey. You have created just Nox whiskey attempt number 1. And we'll say we'll call it 14 plat worth. No. Yes, 14 plat.
After it matures for
The month. Yeah, that's what we'll go with. 140 gold worth of whiskey. So several large bottles.
I make sword, I make whiskey. What the fuck do you guys do?
I write
I'm
books.
joking. You guys are better at combat than I am.
I stab things good, Nox.
That's what I just said. You're better at combat than I am. Or goddammit, am I lagging? You guys can't hear me.
I can make things that taste good in your alcohol.
She can make good berries.
Can you guys hear me?
Can
Yes,
you
yeah,
make
we can.
goodberry
Yeah.
whiskey?
Okay.
Took the
Oh,
words right out of my mouth.
or beer. Ale,
Nox.
goodberry ale. Mm.
You don't want to make ale or whiskey out of that. You'd make a mead or a wine out of it.
Ooh,
Like a
goodberry wine.
goodberry infused wine. I wonder if how
It's-
that would work.
It wouldn't be infused. You'd just take
I can't
good
make
berries.
that many good berries at a time.
That's fair. It'll probably be infused then.
You would need several druids to make good berries at the same time.
Couldn't you just
You'd
cast
need
it again?
hundreds of druids.
Hey, does that mean we get to stomp on good berries? Because I seen people stomping on grapes, and
Yeah,
I always
so
thought that why doesn't my wine taste like
I
feet?
don't think we'll be stomping on it. That's for people who can clean their feet.
I
clean
know
my
how to
feet.
clean my feet, Nox.
Do you not clean your feet?
Yes, I know you can clean your feet, Kia. But the problem is also you're too skinny. I
Is
guess is the word I'm
is-
looking for.
Nox, is mead the one that's made with the honey?
Thank you, Cedric.
Yes. In order for me, we'd need honeybees.
So if I found some honeybees
Thank
and
you,
I
Cranky.
got some honey and made some good berries, we could have some good berry mead?
Okay, just do me one favor.
Ooh,
If you get bees,
I won't bring them on the ship.
No, bring them on the ship.
Bring them on the ship.
wait,
What
wait,
I'm
wait,
saying
wait,
is,
wait, bees.
Wait,
What?
did they just tell me I could bring bees on the
Whoa,
ship?
whoa,
no.
whoa,
I'm
whoa.
being specific here. I'm being specific. Make sure you get carpenter's bees,
Not honeybees.
not honeybees.
Whoa. What does being a bee have to do with building things, Nox?
No, carpenter's bees are something that we call they're bees that like to
Carpenter.
they burrow into wood sometimes. That's why we call them.
Oh,
But
wait,
no.
wait.
Whoa.
I'm being specific. We can give them a block of wood to carve into and make their nest in. But the nice thing about carpenter bees is no stingers.
But honeybees are
Mhm.
cuter.
And they make honey.
Yeah,
They make honey.
honeybees
Honey
make honey.
goodberry wine.
All bees make honey.
Then why don't they call them honeybees and they call them carpenter bees, man?
Make wood honey? Is that
What-
how it works?
I
You know,
would love some.
they eat the wood instead of like out of the flowers.
Whoa.
Is that how
Can
that
we,
works?
can we build the ship out of wood honey?
I want a honeywood ship.
I'm
Ooh. Honeywood spoon, so everything you eat tastes like honey, man.
Steven, you're onto something.
Yeah, I
You
am.
son of a bitch, I'm in.
I'm gonna need to start up capital and some honeybees.
So we need honeybees and spoons.
Ooh, do we have to breed the honeybee
wait.
with the wood bee?
Wait, better idea, Steven.
How can we do that if they
I
don't have a
love that
stinger?
idea.
What if we carved spoons out of the honeycomb?
Joy, I have the feeling I'm going to regret all of this.
I have a feeling you're gonna regret all of this too, and it's not even gonna be my fault this time.
Yeah, no, that's why, Joy, you're the only one allowed to have bees on the ship.
Ah, man.
I'm just
Stay with my whole
concerned-
honeybee
Wait,
plan.
But if Joy has the bees on the ship, that means that we all have the bees on the ship. We're all on the ship. They are community bees.
No, they are not. Can I just go in and take on your leather pants? No, we're not going to get
Fine,
it.
fine.
I mean, if you want to, they won't fit.
You keep the bees. I'll keep the wasps.
You're not bringing wasps on this goddamn
I'm
ship.
looking. I've seen them. I bet they make better honey because it's
What are you
aggressive.
gonna? They don't make honey at all. But they might make good. They might make good god bees.
Are we talking about the little ones, the little wasps, the ones that get like the big?
Oh man, no, the angry ones that like Mima was always shouting at and running. The ones that just get in there and fuck you up.
So
What kind of bees do they have in Daminimo?
You're the one with the book on. Oh wait, you're the one with the
My
book on.
my book is on plants. It's only got little side notes on bees.
I mean, I'm sure they have like honeybees.
most
Ooh.
places do.
For that,
I
Just-
wonder if they have alcohol bees in Daminimo.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Maybe
that
there's so
work?
much alcohol everywhere that all of their honey's
Can we
alcoholic.
get alcohol bees?
If they have alcohol bees
yeah.
in Daminimo, I will be okay with alcohol bees.
So carpenter bees or alcohol bees.
Jabo.
Why not both?
Oh,
Wait. Wait.
we could crossbreed
can't
the
find
bees,
them.
Joy.
What if the carpenter
That
bees
sounds like
live
a
inside of
wonderful idea.
Jabo?
No.
I had this really big image of you just attacking with bees, man.
No. I understand it would be like a new power, but no.
Jabo,
I'm relaxing.
No.
This is my
Jabo.
vacation time.
Out of
No.
character.
Jabo,
Out of character. There is the Swarm Ranger.
Jabo, do you have a chest paddle that you can open and just bee
I'm
fly
ready
out
for
of the
bees.
chest paddle?
I need to drink. Let's have a drink.
Yes, let's do it, Steven.
Yeah, let's just keep drinking.
God.
Jabo launcher, Jabo bee launcher. Jabo
Oh
bee
my god,
panels.
what if we use the Jabo launcher to launch the bees?
Only in a dire emergency.
Are you saying we use Are you saying we take beehives and use them as catapult ammunition?
Yes.
Would you
You
want
know,
would you
if they
want it to
swarm
land?
all over this tree, then we could have a
Isn't
whole
that-
bunch of them to send to people.
Isn't that animal cruelty?
Oh no, it's just bees.
Probably.
Whoa. Can you speak with bees?
I
I
don't
can't-
know.
I'm not. I don't
They're
know.
animals, right?
They're insects. I don't
Yeah,
know
and
if that
bees can
counts.
fly. It would be like releasing birds at weddings.
You mean doves?
That's real cute.
Birds.
I just pictured a bunch of eagles just tearing the fuck out of everybody at a wedding.
That
That's
would
why
be
you
so
use.
good.
That's why you use doves.
Well,
Caw,
you can't afford
motherfucker.
that. What if you can't afford doves? You get seagulls or pigeons.
What about goldfinches? I think that'd be real pretty.
Goldfinches are for rich people, first of all.
Peacocks. Release the peacocks.
Oh yeah, I
can't
like
breathe-
that one.
They don't fly though.
Yes, they do.
Peacocks.
If you hit them hard enough.
Don't let Anthony ever hear you say that, Steven. You'll be in big trouble.
I thought he just liked goats.
Hey, I call them punt-sized.
No, peacocks can
Thank
fly
you, Cranky.
short range, so it would just be chaos.
Oh, what about
Beautiful
cardinals?
chaos.
I think cardinals being released at a ceremony would be
Blue
real
jays.
pretty.
I don't remember what do cardinals look like again.
They're the all
The-
red
the-
ones with
yeah.
the mohawks.
Release the emu.
Thank you, Cranky. Thank you, Sandra. You guys are fantastic.
Please, the emus.
Are we putting emos on the Jabo launcher now, or are we putting them in
What's
the
an
Jabo
emu?
panels?
What is an emu?
It's like an ostrich.
What's an ostrich?
It's a big bird with really long legs.
Can
We get
some of
emus, we're
that?
training them to be ridden. That's
Oh
how
my
that
god,
goes.
I want to ride an emu.
We will be mounted on emus,
we
and it will be the
wait,
scariest thing anyone has ever seen.
release the vultures.
I feel like we're just naming random animals now and giggling about it.
But I mean, we can also use bats.
Nox, you are so good at just lightening up the mood, man, with your jokes about bees.
I mean, really, if we want to release anything, let's go for the big game. Let's capture us a couple of rocks, and then have them unleashed at the end of the ceremony.
I've got a couple of rocks. Let's go.
Oh,
What about lions?
that took me a second. I thought you meant like capture rocks, like
I thought-
like the beach.
Wait, he's not talking about like actual stones.
I thought
I thought that at first too,
Because
but I
I-
think he means the bird.
I was thinking that maybe we just put stones in the J-Bow launcher.
That's a good idea too.
Yeah, I don't think
I mean-
anybody's ever thought about that.
I would sink boats.
That's the first thing we thought of.
Well,
And then we thought,
Can that?
oh, hey, maybe we could launch a person. And then we all looked at J-Bo.
Yeah. And then I bought it.
And then we destroyed it, and then we built it again.
Thank God.
Speaking of which, does it work still?
Oh, of course. Don't you see me leg on it right now?
Hey guys, I
Yeah,
heard
but,
about a
like,
really cool
never
drug
mind.
in Daminimo. I think I want to find some.
What is it?
It's called polynettle.
I don't know what it does, but I want to try it.
You can turn into us animals like cats, and then also hallucinate. at
Oh,
the
I thought it
same
was
time.
like a netto, but with really loose morals.
Oh.
So, I
You
want to paint a
hallucinate. You can hallucinate as a cat.
I want to paint a picture here. As we've been talking this whole time, Jabo has spent his entire time on his Jabo launcher, fully reclined, like it's relaxing. He's got all his shiny jewelry kind of like pressed at an angle so that it like reflects onto his face.
Okay.
He's just relaxing and enjoying the sun back in the days when he was on the island.
Give me a
His first time
persuasion.
vacation.
Give me a persuasion check, J-Bow.
The heat gets so hot, he starts to melt his face a little bit. Turns out he's actually slightly made of wax instead of steel.
Okay, gotcha. Nope, your J-Bow launcher is as it is. No
Oh,
effect.
okay.
Is as it is.
It's
Yeah, no,
a
I know.
higher persuasion, and it would have morphed itself into a lazy
Yeah.
boy.
Mhm.
I got afraid there for a second, Casey. I got afraid there for a
Nothing
second.
happened. Nothing happened.
I thought I was about to launch him.
No, it's comfortable.
You launch.
You're fine, and yeah, everything's as intended. And you all, as the most of you having this goofy conversation, J-Bo's commenting from his launcher up on the side of the deck.
Yeah, and you said more drinks. I really don't want to get up. Could someone get me one, please?
We don't have a cabana boy, J-Bo.
How's the wind?
Whoa,
benefiting us?
what's a cabana boy, and can I be one?
Yeah.
Steven
Get
didn't want
to
to be a you've just volunteered to go get J-Bo a drink.
Hell yeah, I'm a great supplier.
Yeah, mix it well, please.
No, wait.
He just found his true calling. We're gonna lose him into Minimo to be a cabana boy.
Who spikes drinks?
A
'cause you know
professional
it's gonna have
cabana
stuff in
boy.
it.
Yep.
We
No,
don't pay him enough.
yeah, he brings you a lightly he brings you a good it's a good normal drink, lightly dosed with a relaxant.
It's just a horse
We're
tranquilizer.
just gonna start calling these drugs, by their base reaction to you. Kester, you look like you were gonna say something. What have you been doing this whole time?
Gosh, there's a lot to do actually. The opposite of Jabo. We have a week
Because
right
you're
now.
finally free.
You have a week.
I know. So we have we have a spell to transfer.
Mhm.
That's gonna cost 200 gold. I want to transfer a spell and identify that candy cane wand this week.
Oh yeah, have I figured out that wand in my hair?
Oh
is
shit! Did I
magical
not
yet?
take notes on that? 1 second. Describe
We
to me the
also
candy
don't-
cane one again.
I got it from the owlbear. You didn't tell me much because I had to identify it.
Oh, that's
It
right.
let him do Finger of Death though in combat.
Well, I'm assuming he just had that spell.
I'm just making sure I wrote it down.
Sorry, your character assumes, but what Casey specifically told us
Okay.
was his wand casts Finger of Death.
Fair
Did I
enough.
say that
Candy-
really?
You
That-
said that in the stream.
That doesn't sound like me at all.
Yeah, it's just candy cane. You said it was basically a wand of the pack keeper, is what you said it was. But
Yes.
it might have had different stuff
Yeah.
about it.
Okay. Yes. Okay. That makes more sense. That sounds like something I would say. I have to go on that because apparently my dumbass doesn't take good notes while I DM. One of the Pack Keeper
Where's Tom when you need him?
plus
All
2.
right.
Oh, cool.
So if you have any warlocks, it's pretty good.
All right,
Casey-
time for me to drop Shelt and make a warlock.
Casey, I actually think I misinterpreted what you said now. You said that the finger of death came from his wand, and I think that might have been where.
Because he was using
no.
it as a casting implement. That makes sense.
Yes, that's
I mean, honestly, my memory is that garbage. But
that's what you said. But
I
misinterpreted
know
it
me
as,
well enough to know that I didn't give you a finger of death wand. Yet.
Yes.
Yet.
Yet? So there's a chance.
I mean, hell yeah. You guys have, 13 levels to go?
Do I have a holy weapon axe?
Hey, Nox.
Oh, your axe? Did you finish making it?
No, we still haven't found a handle for it yet. That's worthy enough.
You got nothing yet.
Yes, Joy.
How's the wind been treating us?
I don't know. How do I test the wind, Casey?
The wind
Yeah,
for the
lick your
first half of the week, it wasn't treating you well. And the second half, it was neutral. Not aiding or hurting.
Check this out. And I learned a new thing and I don't know how well it'll work. And I'm gonna cast Gust of Wind at the sails.
Okay. Let's see. So I know that for 1 minute, you hold your hands up, and the sails fill. You see them completely whoosh out to their maximum, and the ship kind of lurches forward a bit and begins to pick up speed. And you hold that as you concentrate for the minute as the wind pushes from origin right above you, kind of like right above you and up into the sails, kind of lifting the boat out of the water a little bit as it trims the waves. And for a minute, you pick up speed. Looks like a great short-term combat maneuver.
How close am I to you when you do this, Jamie?
I don't
Joy?
know. How close are you?
Well, you said, "Hey, let me show you something." I'm wondering if I have to make a strength saving throw.
I would do it in front of you, not behind you.
Okay, thank you.
Hey!
I was like, "Oh,
Holy
what is it
shit,
you're showing me, Joy?"
Sandra.
Well, and plus, even if you were in front of me, you're short and I'm aiming up into the sails.
Look at that, Sadra, with the 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you so much. He's at the 76 sub level, and we went over this month alone 16 gift subs. Thank you so much. You guys are fantastic. Fucking warms my heart. We're gonna have another giveaway when we come back on the 31st.
Yes.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Feel free to shoot ideas about what that giveaway should be in the Discord. Thank you so much.
Damn it! I don't know why my original idea popped back in my head.
What was it?
Can't even count to 76.
Jamie knows what idea I had. We talked about it after the stream when we were talking about what should we.
I'm sure I remember it somewhere in my head.
Now I'm afraid.
Oh no, we
to know
lost
what it
him.
was.
Oh.
Did we lose somebody? Oh, he's frozen just a little bit. Just
He's
a
got
little
like
bit.
slightly kissy lips.
Yeah, he does.
He's back. He's back.
I always leave at the worst time.
No, that was the best time.
Oh, that was perfect
great.
moment. If only,
Did you tell them? Did you tell them what it was, Jamie?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Okay,
You'll have
never
to
mind.
refresh my memory.
Essentially, I talked about how we should do pocket pussies and dildos.
Oh god!
Why would
you? God.
I forgot that you said that.
beep
I was like,
beep 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 beep
heard
beep
that.
censor beep 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 beep
I remember reading like you talking about that, and then I
beep beep
actively
beep beep
purged
beep.
it in my mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, you spend your week sailing south.
Sorry.
I'm going to go ahead and grab a little bit of shape here for you, and we're going to show you kind of where you ended up, right about here. You see the little yellow dot?
Is that little island?
And so this we'll get there. Last day of the week, and this is that last little bit of distance, you pass by the naval shipyard for Chrolome. The entire island lined with docks and a large wall. great galleons, battleships, the entirety of the Navy, at least half of the Navy, stationed right here. As you come into view with this thing in the horizon, Nox, you're very familiar. You know to keep a wide berth, but you're otherwise... Go ahead.
As we pass, I start humming the national anthem of Chrolome.
Okay, what would that sound like?
I'm
I'm a big fan.
like sort of sea shanty like,
Yeah, absolutely,
but also strong and powerful.
Yeah, no, that sounds very American. It's got that like it definitely got that Navy feel to it. I put you on the spot, but you nailed it. So, but yes, that tiny island is the base, the naval headquarters. You got ships there with like 5 goddamn sails on them.
Oh.
Like 5 masts with big sails and tiny sails and double crow's nests. But you do make your way around it after that week, and you are now open ocean between you and Daminimo's territory. And that brings us to the second week of travel. As the headquarters, naval headquarters behind you disappears on the horizon, what would you like to do for your second week, Kia?
Well, I don't think anybody's been cleaning the ship.
That's
like
fair.
actually scrubbing the dock or the deck. So
Okay.
that's my time.
Go ahead and give me we'll call it athletics.
Athletics. Beautiful. I'm proficient in that, you know.
Okay. So you put a little bit of the elbow grease into it. And while some light cleaning has been done and it's not a trashy ship, it's not been kept to what you would consider sailor standard.
Mm.
You get out a lot of dirt and grime, and better part of the week, a couple hours a day, you put that elbow grease into it, and the ship's looking a lot better. And at the end of the 4th night, as you retire to your room, you find that your bed has seemed to form just a little bit better into the shape of your body and the position that you sleep. Your sleep is a little more comfortable, and we'll give you a point of inspiration the next time you want to use it. Shell, what would you like to do for your week?
For next week? Actually, could I... Ooh, maybe. Work with Joy a little bit, because I just had this inspiration. About talking to the Pixie and possibly seeing if the Pixie could help me with my work with poisons and things like that.
Okay. What would that conversation sound like?
You would find me in my room tending to my garden and harvesting the things that I planted because I was out of watch route.
Okay. Yeah, just light knock on the door. Just the I wonder if I can actually knock hard enough that my mic would hear it. Probably not. I'm not gonna try it.
It's open.
It's open. Yeah, hey, Joy, so I had a weird idea, a bit of inspiration. I would need your help to talk to the Pixie about it. So I work with poisons, right? It's part of my specialty. Do you think the Pixie would be willing to help me grow poisonous plants that I could work with?
I mean, I could ask her, but we should make sure that's okay with the captain first, too. And I'll be elbow deep. But I'll cast it and I'll talk to her. Hey, Pixie.
Oh, hello there. I'm the Pixie. Pixie is I. We're here at your beck and Pixie. What can we do for you?
How you doing?
No, I'm kidding. I heard you. You want poison.
Yeah.
Hey. How you doing?
What? I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Feeling fantastic.
Hey, you said something the other day when that big explosion and tsunami happened. You said that the chaos came. What did you mean?
Oh. Persuasion check, please.
I'm just kind of like politely sitting to the side, listening to the half of the conversation I can actually hear.
That's fair. Yeah, and the pixie, very, very high pitch, very excited right now. With an 11, she says, "What's boring? I don't want to talk about that."
Oh, fine. Do you have poisons you can make bloom?
You know what? You know what?
What?
Choose a number between 1 and 100.
Oh my god.
No.
She says you need to choose a number 1 through 100.
Oh, interesting. 40?
Ooh, 40. 40 is a good number. Let's see. Nope, no poisons, but I've got bananas.
Ooh, are these edible?
And as she says that, and you look around,
Wait, edible. We're talking about poisons. Where?
a couple of bananas sprout from parts of the ship as if growing from a tree.
She said 40. Nope, no poisons, but I got bananas.
Now, what if I like brought poisons, like plants or seeds or something? Would she be able to do something with those?
Banana.
Banana. She might be. I mean, she did seem real interested in the coffee beans when she found them.
All right. Well, thanks. I guess I'll keep an eye out. I mean, at the very least, if I bring something back, I mean, and
can
maybe some
grow it.
pots. Yeah, you could probably help me. We're not so good at the growing of plants, but
Banana nana. I hear you, Pixie. You want to sing some punk rock banana nana songs with me?
And she will. She'll start to hum a tune using the word banana in all of its syllables. In various orders. You'll notice that 7 bananas, individual, not even bunches, just individual bananas have sprouted in various parts of the ship. One by each crew member.
Knox is laying in his bed. Ship, why is there a banana in my ear?
Guess I'm having a banana.
Convenient. I was hungry.
Who eats the bananas?
I will.
I'll eat the banana.
Okay.
If there's one that grows right next to the Jabo launcher, I'll reach out and.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Every single one of these is within arm reach. Those who eat the banana realize just a moment too late that it has healing properties and heals them 2d10 hit points.
I think we all ate the banana.
Then you feel a little better. If you were maybe slept wrong on the wrong side, you were sore for a little bit, or maybe you were just grumpy, you feel a little better. The healing energies of a cure spell kind of wash over you.
Was this a Sea of Thieves reference, Casey?
No, absolutely not. You just picked the banana number.
Oh, okay.
Man, I've got 2 Kobana boys, the boat and Steven.
Fucking hell.
Yes, you get the idea that every interaction with the pixie, there's a chance that she cooperates, and there's a chance that she doesn't, and there's a chance that she does whatever she's feeling like at the moment.
Sounds about right. Bananas with plus 2d healing, though. I bet that was a tasty banana.
It was like a good berry.
Better than a good berry.
It's not poison.
Yeah, a banana.
Oh,
A banana.
I wonder if we can find bees in Daminimo. If they don't keep up anything, there's a good chance there's hives just everywhere.
You hear the pixie talk back to you and says, Honeybees.
I love honeybees.
No carpenter bees.
I think you're probably right. Carpenter bees would eat right through the through the wood of the ship.
I mean, I could get better. It's just a lot of resources to spend on ejecting the bees that you bring onto my ship.
It would also be like bringing termites on the ship. I seem to think that would be a bad idea too.
I think we're on the same page. Banana.
What was the other type of bee? What about
Wasps? Oh,
about
all day.
alcohol bees?
Never heard of them.
Yeah, me either. But if I find them, I think I'd like to have some.
We'll talk.
Okay. Have you ever been to Daminimo before?
You've known me.
Probably not,
You've known me
yeah.
my entire existence.
That's right. It'll be fun, I think.
I'm hoping so. Do I get to have fun?
I don't know what would that look like.
I don't know. I've never been to Daminimo. What's there? Talk to me about it.
Unkept fields and lots of alcohol.
Ooh, I've had some of that.
Alcohol?
Yeah, the dwarf's gonna be so mad.
Oh.
What did you do? How much did you drink?
There's some left. It soaks up real nice.
You might want to help him out by making him something really tasty he can put in his next batch. That might be a real nice thing to do.
I've help him out. I'll help him out next time he asks. But he's got to ask nicely.
Okay.
Hey, so I'm gonna go.
Sorry, she didn't really want to participate this time.
Yeah, no, it's all right.
Hey, Joy.
Yeah, what's up, Case Pixie?
Tell him. Banana.
She says to tell you banana.
No. Get real close and say banana.
Okay, she says to get real close and say banana.
The pixie bursts out in laughter. Sways a bit in the ocean. Everybody feels the pixie.
How much did she drink?
I'll keep that in mind, Joy. Thank you.
Don't tell Knox, but I think she might have got into his alcohol.
We've all gotten to Knox's alcohol one time or another.
It's so good, isn't it?
He does a good job.
Thank you, Kia.
Yep.
The alcohol's not even ready yet. It wouldn't even
Pixie,
taste good.
Chaos Pixie, what do you think of this watch route? Do you think?
I mean, it tastes good if you have enough of it.
It's very boring conversationalist.
What, the watch route?
Yes.
Yeah. It is kind of boring.
It didn't like my banana joke.
I thought your banana joke was great.
See? That's why you're going places. I mean, specifically right now on a boat, going places.
To Daminimo. How much watch root do I get to harvest this week?
Give me a remind me the property of each individual watch root.
Watch root is
the perception, dark vision.
Yes.
Give me 2d4. Yeah, that many. Seven watch roots. Individual dosage.
Awesome.
Although it does look like you're either going to need to get new dirt, or grow something else in it. Nutrients required for watch root have been drained out of this soil.
Copy that.
Okay, so we have done Kia, we've done Shelt, we've done Joy for the second one. Wait, yeah, we did Nox. No, this was Shelt. We did Kia, Shelt. Nox, what are you going to do for the second week?
Man, this thing makes bananas. I wonder if it can make coconuts. I'm gonna go to Joy.
You pass Shelt on the stairs.
Oh, hey, Shelt, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing? Joy's super popular.
Hey, look at this, and I'll show him a tune I picked up on the flute.
Give me a performance check. It doesn't go so well. You have a problem finding your fingering. It sounds like a
Throws out again. I heard none of that.
first recital. It sounds like the first recital of a young girl playing "Mary Had a Little Lamb."
I think I need some more practice.
No, that's just the perfect thing for your 8. Oh, wait. You're a human, right? I gotta remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to be fair, Granny never let me practice.
There, I can see why. Don't say I can see why. Don't say I can see why. Anyways. Joy, I was wondering if you saw the bananas, right?
Yeah, that was an arrangement between Shell and the ship.
Huh?
Well, he wanted to know if the ship could make him poisons, and she made him bananas.
I'm afraid to ask about my thing now.
She did say they weren't poison.
That's fair, but I'm afraid I'll ask for what I want
And
But
not
I
get
would
what
like
you
to-
want.
and get poison.
Well, sometimes she does what she's asked, and sometimes she does what she wants.
Why not? We can use whatever it is anyways.
Are you listening, Chaos Pixie?
Number between 1 and 48.
Pick a number between 1 and 48.
That's easy. I'll choose my age. 47.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Knox, give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Huh.
Oh no.
Oh, it's poison. You picked poison number.
Okay. A small prismatic horn forms on your forehead. It pulls itself out about in a foot length, spiraling, emitting a faint light. You grow. Your hair grows just a bit in the shape of a mane running down your neck onto your back. A tail fluffs out uncomfortably under your clothing, in your pants. You see Joy kind of a bulge in his rear.
An ass bulge.
Are you turning into a unicorn?
Joy, what's on my head? Joy, what is on my head?
I'm gonna touch it.
Don't touch it. What if it breaks?
It won't break. It's a unicorn horn.
It is. It
What if
does
it
feel
breaks?
exactly like you imagine. It's like a bone,
It's
a
like
shiny,
that-
polished bone.
Do you remember that thing that showed up that one time when the ship first turned into the Chaos Pixie? It was the unicorn on the dock. That's what you're turning into.
Nox looks so uncomfortable. I love it.
We froze him in the worst
Oh.
place. We broke Nox, guys. We broke Nox.
I can't tell if he's frozen or just sitting
He is
still.
frozen. He froze partially through one of my sentences, and I just kind of tried to stall there for a few minutes.
Oh, he's so cute. But the transformation stops. It doesn't continue to turn him into a unicorn. He does maintain this horn, and this mane kind of grows out. You see the hair coming out like in the back of his collar, and that bulge in his back where the tail is growing. And we'll go ahead and shoot over to.
That cannot be comfortable. What do I know anything about unicorns?
Well, give me a nature check.
God, I can't roll today to save my life.
I mean, they're mythical creatures. One-horned horses, some magical, famed magical powers. But the mythical is a good place to start and end that thought. You don't really know if they're real, or you assume they're not. You would assume they're not.
Even though I've seen one.
When did we see one again?
It was when the ship first turned into the Chaos Pixie and we hit the brown flower. It was one of the like roll 100,
Oh yeah,
D100,
yeah.
whatever.
The pixie has twice created a unicorn. Once out of thin air and once out of a dwarf. So maybe they're real, or maybe they're just pixies.
Imagination.
Right. Right. You see it now as you look at him again. He has some more fur tufts sticking out of the bottom of his pants.
Well, that can't be fun.
You can change him back, right?
Banana.
A banana corn?
Banana.
And the pixie will go silent. And we'll give Nox a moment to come back to resolve his unicorn dwarfism.
Kia really has a question if she sees it.
I think Nox just is a unicorn. No, I think.
Did you just create a dwarf centaur?
What was it when you have I'm half centaur, half human. The top half is human, and the bottom half is human.
Do you mean a satyr?
Satyr fawn.
So Nox, I think you might be a new mythical creature.
Cedric keeps saying dwarvicorn, and I'm on board.
Dwarvicorn.
I like the thought.
Yeah, I'm here for Dwarvicorn.
I have absolutely no idea what's been happening for the past 4 minutes.
You're a dwarf.
Dwarvicorn.
Fun.
All right, we're gonna pull this on stream apparently.
Fun.
Sorry, I'd be more
No,
excited
you don't have to be sorry. It's funny that it's fun.
All right, so how do you react? It's been a moment. We've described it, but you got disconnected, and you see the horn, and the you feel the tail. You feel the tail pushing against the back of your pants.
Lesser restoration.
It goes away. As you do, the horn recedes into your forehead. The hair pulls back into your scalp. The tail and the bulge, all of it.
Why does
all of
he
it
have to be
stops.
the one that has that magic?
I wonder if those are magical.
At that moment, Nox gets on his knees and praise Chrolome and all his sons. May it be that the ever-rising sun protects the son of the rainbow. Please protect my god Chrolome, for he is God and just in this time.
You're scaring my plants.
Roll a religion check, please.
You're scaring my plans.
They
Chrolome's
prefer
like,
punk rock to this gospel crap.
You get one, son.
oh shit.
Okay. Yeah, on a natural 20. You don't hear the voice of Chrolome. You don't feel any magic fuzzies. But you do get the sense that this was part of there's a twinge as you cast the spell. As if two divine magics and their willpower were forcing themselves against each other.
God damn it, my god's fighting the god of chaos. Fuck.
Okay,
I am the god of freedom, I am the god of chaos.
There's several gods of chaos.
Jabo, how do you spend your week of travel on the boat?
Simple. I'm just relaxing all the way there.
Okay. I get this, and you can correct me if this is wrong. He is scrubbing the deck, and she gets to the Jabo launcher, and you just do this thing where you lift one side of your body.
Yes,
Scrub under you, and then
100%.
you lift the other side of your body.
Not only do that, but I'll go, Kia, I know you're eventually gonna make it over to our supplies. On your way back, can you bring me something?
I'll send Steven. But yeah,
Oh, that works too. That's faster.
yeah.
Steven will bring you another cocktail of a similar nature. He's been really good about it. Every morning there's coffee, brewed and ready to go. Normal coffee.
I give Steven purpose.
He's laid out snacks throughout the day that have been available in the kitchen. He's cooked all the meals. Aside from those duties, he's Steven as you would expect, lazing about. But when it comes to the 3 meals a day and a couple of drinks for each of you throughout the day, he shows up at weird times, offering you some tea or beverage.
Purpose.
I hope we don't lose him.
Same.
Don't jinx it.
What are we now? One, 2 for 3. So you do, and it's well, and you the 2 weeks. Give me another persuasion check for this week.
Oh, me.
Yes, please.
I'm so lazy. I don't even perform well.
Yeah, your back's a little achy at the end of this week. You feel like the seat has shifted unfavorably after a while.
I'm committing to laziness. I don't care.
Kester.
Huh.
Thank you, Jamie. Banana.
Let's
I want a coconut.
let's play around with those gummy bears.
Okay.
Oh no, this could only end well.
What do you
This is
mean?
going greatly. I'm not quite sure what I mean.
Okay.
Oh no.
I guess let's start with identifying their construction.
So you have like the pieces of the gummy bears?
Yeah, I took about 2 ears worth. I don't know if they're still good. I assume gummies last a while.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Okay. So they are a little stiffer. Almost like a mix of stale and rigor mortis.
Right.
And
Wait, gummy bear limbs already point out. How do you get more rigor mortis than pointing straight out?
I just
They
said they're not
became
as
ill
thick.
like
Stale.
gummy bears.
Yeah, there's like an outer crusting that's hardened.
Oh.
Ew.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
if you cut it up, you can see there's like that little like shell of it that's a little darker color.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Like halfway to a jelly bean.
Ugh.
Oh.
Oh my gosh! See, this is why we have scimitars to cut through that.
So, describe to me your investigation process, and then give me an investigation.
Oh my god, Capodicord's right. Rehydrate them in vodka. Let's make vodka bears.
Well, we'll put that on the list. That is on the list. We'll get Nox for that one. How do I want to do this? Let's start with. God, how does one investigate? Because I'm assuming these are magical, or magic in nature. Let's cut it open with a knife. So we cut through like bits and pieces of it,
Okay.
and we want to test its. I have no
You-
idea.
Yeah.
How to
You
do
can describe
this.
multiple approaches to this. You do have some
Yeah.
time.
That's true. So we'll try cutting it up a bit, and we're gonna see how like resilient it is,
Okay.
especially with what you call it. I have detect magic, so I guess we'll use detect magic and try to see if there's any magic off it
Okay.
that might be gone by now.
Okay. You use detect magic. You get residual energy, but not the thing itself.
Oh, thing itself. Residual energy. Class for the residual energy.
The one that summons monsters. Conjuration.
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 Conjuration magic on it.
Hey, Cranky, thank you. 974 bits.
So we know. So we detect magic. I want to do 3 tasks.
Damn,
Detect
Greggy.
magic. Hardness.
Give me a investigation check. No, an arcana. Just give me an arcana check. You're.
It's the same roll.
Oh, imagine that.
26.
Okay. Here's what you learn. You spend a good part of the week and you dissect it, you poke it, you cut different slices of it, you weigh it, you check its density against other objects. Is it buoyant or not? Different sizes. And what you get is that it is the same density and thickness of an actual owlbear, like meat, human flesh, kind of, well, beast flesh, same thing, but meat. It looks like it's meat that has been transmuted into gummy form, but with a 26, in more that the magic used to summon the monster, summon the owlbear as a summon monster spell, was what was actually tainted and twisted. not the creature. This wasn't a creature transmuted. It was a magic energy transmuted. So you remembered earlier when people were casting spells, they kind of had these candy effects. The magic itself was turning sweet. This is the same thing. It is that spell, but with a different source. Power feeding and fueling and creating the creature as resulting in this.
Okay. That's am I at my limit for what I could do in the first week?
With the 26, let me give you one more thing.
One more thing. How does this compare to what I've learned from its essence from this kind of weird candy thing? How does that relate to the wand I got from him?
Okay. You spend some time on the wand. The wand it's arcane.
Right.
Very clearly arcane. But you believe it was crafted with divinity. It has the markings faintly and tracing. We're not marking, not a physical marking, but the craftsmanship and the style of Fortic.
A Fortic?
Of Fortic. As if Fortic crafted this item and imbued a bit of his energy into it in the process. Crafted an arcane item fueled by his divine power.
Okay.
Oh.
That's... Oh, okay, yeah. Cool. Huh.
It doesn't have the normal tracings of something that you could craft.
Yeah, definitely. That was a week well spent.
Okay. Joy, I know you did a bunch of things on other people's turns. Is there anything else you wanted to do?
Can I somehow figure out that this thing I'm using to hold up my hair is a magic wand yet?
Shit, remind me again?
It was when it was points into the abyss wand that was in my bag that is been tying up my hair for a while, and you told me to ask you about it later.
Damn it. How long ago was this thing?
Here, I will tell you this, Casey, and this might make you feel better, this might make you feel worse. She has been asking about it every week, and you still manage to forget every week.
I think my favorite thing too is that Kia knows it's magic.
It's been about 5 weeks since you gave that to
All right,
her.
let me go look. I do have notes for that wand, I believe.
Just make it something twice as powerful because interest.
Interest. Yeah, that's how this works. All right.
Wait,
so
does that mean if I let the axe sit long enough, I'll get a plus?
No, you're
30,
just
like-
failing. You're failing to make it. Hers.
Also-
she's been asking.
Connor, have you got the idea possibly of using something the pixie grows as a handle?
That was something I thought of, but I'm afraid to ask the pixie after what happened last time.
I mean, being a unicorn isn't that bad.
Don't ask, just
there
take.
it is. Okay. After spending some time, you spend some time looking at it over the week. Not your full week, so we can talk about something else after. But this is very clearly an arcane wand of magic missile.
Oh.
Fully
That's
charged.
been on me for a while.
I just need to get this laptop fixed.
Let me go ahead and just post that in crew chat now.
It's just been holding my hair up as I walk through random security and TSA. I just happen to have this ice pick holding up my hair.
God, did you have that thing when you walked into Ectunes?
Yes.
No.
You
Wow.
said it was something that it had been on me for a long time.
When she
Oh,
walked
yeah,
out,
then
when
you-
she walked out of Vectoons or into
Yeah.
Vectoons.
You
When
said
she
it was
walked
in my
out.
bag. Like
Yeah.
literally, I stuck my hand into my bag and pulled something out, and you said somebody gave it to me a long time ago, and I put my hair up with it.
Ah, fuck it. All right. You ever wanted magic missiles? Move it
That
on.
should probably stay on the ship.
I'm gonna have to create a page just for like, hey, reference, because I'm looking through my notes. Like I have 20 pages of notes for every session. Well, 1 page for every session, 20 pages. I'm not gonna go back and find that. So you're gonna want a magic missiles.
Sweet.
If y'all got really clever and just lied to me as a group, I'd be like, oh shit, yeah, you're right. You're probably right. Let's go back and give me this wand.
How do you know that hasn't already happened a couple times?
Because you guys have more integrity than I do
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Maybe as a group.
as a group. Wait, scepter. Nope, that's the word wandering. No, didn't write down the word wand. But that's fine.
But did you write down the word Gand?
Gand?
That's a reference to something I told you last night, Casey.
Candle that burns at both ends.
You're gonna have to refresh my
Nope.
goldfish, man.
No.
Fucking
Gan-
goldfish memory.
Gandalf's name.
So-
Gandalf's name is a mix
it's
of Gan
7:20,
and
we
Alf.
Right, I remember that now. Okay, yes. I didn't write that down. That's just interesting Tolkien
No,
facts.
I know it was a joke. I was making a joke.
I'm bad at hearing the jokes.
Hey Casey,
I will
Jokes,
choke you out for not
jokes.
doing the right joke.
What's up, Joy?
we should take our break.
I
Oh,
was
yeah.
about to say that, and I'm going to lead it with this. You find yourself on the horizon, Daminimo's island coming into view. And much like we said, Jamaica. But Jamaica, after being hit with a very, very destructive hurricane. And with that,
Oh, yeah.
we'll be right back.
I'm a real boy.
Bad daddy. Not your son. Bad daddy. Real boy.
real boy.
Bad daddy.
It keeps kicking me in the deck. Why? Why does it keep kicking me in the deck?
Bad daddy. Not your son. Bad daddy. Real boy. Okay, we're just gonna open up our stream deck right there. Just delete the old one and move the new one into its position. There you go. Thank you so much, Des. That little addition personalizes it so well. Not that the whole thing's just not personal. Very much me. So, you all are back and had a good break. And I remember the wand.
Yeah.
It was when you all were giving us the throw into the abyss, and I was handing everybody weapons, and
Then the flood happened.
the flood. It was a +1 wand of the war mage. I was handing out +1s to everybody who ended
And I
up
like
on
that
table.
much better than a one of missiles.
It is fair that there's so much more value. Not that a wand of missiles is bad, but +1 is everything else you do. I'm having fun. I'm gonna. So.
We're all also having fun.
I mean, I assumed you weren't, and I was just grinding you into the ground.
What is fun?
What is fun? DM, don't hurt me.
Me.
DM, don't hurt me.
There it is.
No more.
Oh no.
No,
What?
that's
All right.
not the right rhythm.
We're fine. We're good.
Not the right rhythm. I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've listened to "Don't Hurt Me."
So as a reminder, moving forward, the next 3 weeks there will not be a Delving in Deep episode. So 3 weeks, but the 31st we will be back. We will be playing on the 31st. I will try to stream as much as I can from hotels with not shitty microphones, but like this microphone hooked up to a laptop. We'll see how that goes.
Suboptimal settings.
Suboptimal settings. But look forward to it, because the cliffhanger we're leaving off with today is so good.
So let's try to find that cliffhanger really quickly, and then everybody's gonna be mad.
Oh no!
that we're just closing down early.
I can't go past this. The cliff is
No,
too
wait.
good.
Let's take too long and get a cliffhanger to the cliffhanger. Like, what's going to happen for the cliffhanger?
That's true.
Cliffhangerception. The cliffhanger is the fact that we didn't get to the cliffhanger.
It is
Exactly.
Cliffception. Is that what you just said? Because that was perfect.
Yep. Perception.
Love it. I love it.
So, some background to this campaign as we kick this Daminimo portion off is in January of last year, I said, hey, me and Tom are making a D&D game. We've got these couple of possible scenarios. Where do you want to start? We kind of gave them a different setting and a theme for each of the gods and the territories, right? Some of you are playing those territories now in the Deputies games, but one of them was Weekend at Daminimo's, where it was a weekend at was it Bernie's? A themed campaign setting, and they didn't choose it. They thought about it, but now after they've gotten their ship and they started their island adventure, instead of island hopping like I thought they were going to do, and all of my island prep aside, we're doing Weekend at Daminimo's anyway. I had a whole One Piece adventure. Let's go. All right.
You should know we're gonna find the best way to do all of your adventures.
It's true.
All of them. We have so much adventure.
Like, one day
A
we're
little
going to...
scary. That was a little scary right there.
One day we'll run into both of the deputies and just be like, hey, I know you.
We'll have that would be cool. Like a
We'll be that
convention mega
Spider-Man thing,
mega
just-
game.
Finally, one day we all get to go to one of the PAXs together.
Yes.
Okay, that being said, we have some D&D that we promised to play for you and us. And as much as I would love to have just 7 of us chit-chatting about awesome things, like me, we'll play some D&D.
God damn it, Casey.
So your yellow ship here, and is this a... Did I put that other piece on the map? I probably didn't draw it with that. It's here.
That's been there for like 4 weeks.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to delete it with the not... I think the not DM version. There we go. Okay. So anyway, you find yourself pulling into port in a devastated, absolutely ruinous Daminimo port. Huts, buildings strewn about, litter, boards, wood, a couple of small animals, debris. Generally looks shitty. What comes with a tsunami is not only the water, but the sand and the dirt and the trees and everything that's ripped up off the ground. And the island itself, small enough that it looks like, from at least this vantage point, because you can see kind of where the island wraps around on both sides, you're still a little bit out. The entire island was swept under this tsunami. Now,
Ugh.
go ahead.
Oh, they really built this place up, and it's just a letdown.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess that this is a recent occurring thing.
This is...
Hey guys, I thought,
Yeah, this kind of ruined my whole mood.
Yeah.
Looks like we're about a month too late.
Well, maybe we should go on and see if we can help anybody.
Well, they might pay us if we do.
it's a real
Not
big
sure there's anyone left alive.
downer, man.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to look for the silver lining. Silver from my pockets to be lined at that.
You sure we just can't go, back to Jellycoy?
We could go north to Vortic.
We could find where the dragon came from.
Oh yeah, where did where did the dragon come from?
This
East, I
the-
think.
dragon home. Hey, you don't got a better answer than that. Fuck off with your skeptical look. 50%.
Sorry,
You're
sir.
probably right, Steven.
It's not wrong. It's just vague, and we need not vague.
Yeah.
I mean, does anyone have a map? Maybe there's one drawn on it.
That's right.
We did have a map, Joy.
There is not a
It
dragon
said-
drawn on it.
Oh, well, that would be
that.
convenient.
I will draw a dragon on the map.
That's falsifying it.
I'm drawing a dragon on the map.
Give me
What
a
do you
performance check.
Here there'll be dragons.
I did put a couple plot points on the map just so I could talk about them later.
Where is it? Performance set?
Couldn't tell you where all of them are. Performance. Yep, a 12. You draw. I mean, the quality of this map is it's been copied over the years many times from a very accurate artisan's depiction. It's the standard world map. Your dragon art, while a doodle, looks okay for a doodle on a masterfully crafted 50-year expedition of a.
I'm just gonna stare at Tia blankly.
I fixed it. There's now a dragon on the map.
Where'd you put it?
In the east area, where we think the dragon came from.
Okay, so generally where it's at on my little map here.
Yeah.
Generally, okay.
But looks a lot worse.
Perfect.
It's actually a bird. Like you try to draw those really bad birds.
It's
Oh, I
like the old Hobbit animated film.
Don't you know this dragon's to scale?
So guys, what are we doing? Are we getting off the ship and seeing if we can be useful here? Or are we going somewhere else?
Does
Well,
he know?
I thought we were partying here, and now I just don't know anymore.
Joy, you take a look with your passive perception, you and Cleric. It looks like, as you get closer, the party's not stopped.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, they are. They do seem to. I wonder if they even noticed.
Oh, look, they're running a train.
How did they not notice if the water came right over the top of the whole island?
Maybe that's just how they party. But
it's not that-
Daminimo heard about the party doesn't stop until the party stops, and I guess it didn't stop.
It couldn't possibly have been shallow and soft enough not to have felt like a tsunami, though.
Pool party, Joy. Pool party.
How drunk do you have to be to think that that's a pool party?
Daminimo drunk.
Well, let's go.
Maybe because they have like wizards here, they were able to defend against it somehow.
Just
Let's
cast
find
fly on
out.
everyone and go above the wave.
Oh, they could have ridden the wave.
Riding the wave sounds like fun.
It does.
Well, didn't some of you actually ride the wave?
I mean, I hid in a closet.
Hit by a bunch of dead people.
I fell to the bottom of the wave.
Don't talk about the wave.
Squishy rode the wave.
He did.
Was it fun, Squishy?
Give me an animal handling check.
This is gonna be bad.
I will say that Squishy doesn't get the tones and the cultural tones here, and just shimmies behind Jabo and glares at you.
It's okay. She's paying you a compliment.
His tongue comes out and slaps himself in the eye. Comes back.
You're so cute, Doyle.
Maybe I should have tried just calling him Doyle.
It's Squishy. We already went through this.
You get to call him Squishy because you're his best friend.
Because it's his name.
His tongue comes out and hits the other eye. Looks like there's a fly trying it escapes.
So Joy, I have to ask. You can as a druid, you can cast swarm of small insects, right?
I mean, like infest?
No,
Infestation?
not so much infestation as just summon a swarm.
Well, maybe. I don't have that right this moment, but I might be able to find it.
Summon swarm of flies for Squishy to eat.
Is that what Squishy eats?
I mean, he's a frog, right?
He's not picky. He's eating a lot of things. I've given him a bunch.
He does, in fact, eat insects. You've seen him do it on many occasions. You do, as a druid, have an understanding of the spell and know that while he could eat the insects, they are also likely to attack him.
I think maybe I'll research that one first.
Okay.
It's like Fireball, but in insect form, and it stays there. You don't get to create nice insects for children to play with.
So what you're saying is it's a fun spell.
I'm not gonna.
It is. It really is.
I'm not gonna. Well, actually,
Wall of
her on
Force.
that though. We did that.
We did that exact combo.
That was fun. Felicity and Brian, the precursor to joy.
Hey, so are we? I mean, there's a party that
And we're not in it.
apparently doesn't stop.
Let's go, Steven. Let's just go.
I've just been sailing the boat towards the harbor this entire time. I didn't know you guys wanted to stop at some point.
We didn't.
Okay. Hey, Kaya, can you drop anchor?
Yep. I'll go and drop anchor.
So as you pull into the bay. The debris has littered the water, and it's going to take a little bit of maneuvering to safely get the ship to shore. Not a difficult check, but I do need a
I
navigator's
think I can
tools
help
check.
with that.
How are you going to help?
Hold on. Let's see if I still have it in here.
Navigator's tools
I'm gonna
or
use shape
water
water.
vehicles?
To move
Either
things
one.
out of the way.
Okay, so with your shape water, and one of you give me a check, either water vehicles or navigator's tools.
I'll go water vehicles. Okay, never mind. Oh, no, never mind. I thought that was Kia.
Okay, I haven't rolled yet.
Okay. Roll at advantage because both of us?
Yes.
Yep.
Not a particularly difficult action, but if you critically fail, it can have some severe consequences. But that'll be plenty as you push
And I critically failed on the other roll.
So how this works is you come into the bay and you see clearly there are ships sunken under the water. Some visible easily, and some not so easy. At a depth where in this water and with the debris still floating, it's very murky. So you get a couple of people lined up on the edge of the deck, and you manage to crash only into the debris. You know you can make it through, and you don't end up beaching yourself. But you do have to stop about 30 yards away from a dock. And what it remains of a dock, it's kind of sliced off at half, boards ripped up, and it looks like you're going to have to row out.
Hey Pixie, could you make us like a long dock or like a long board to to get to the dock?
Give me a persuasion check and a D100, please.
Oh, fun.
Okay.
Ooh, not bad.
With that persuasion check, the pixie, as you kind of stand on the edge of the ship and you look out and you're looking at the pier, you feel a light shove on your back as you get pushed into the water.
Thank you, Pixie.
As you splash heavily,
Wait,
you are suddenly submerged.
Can I just levitate as I get pushed?
Is it an action?
It is.
Give me a dexterity saving throw for speed
Okay.
here.
I'm just gonna laugh
Wow,
because I
good.
can't hear if the pixie said anything, so this is the response to that question.
All I'm imagining is while levitating and getting pushed at the same time, it just launches me towards the.
You make a little bit of distance. You manage to get the spell off, and you stop Mission Impossible style, right on the water's edge before you
Apparently
splash in.
now we have a Kia launcher too.
Or would she just keep her forward momentum and just keep?
Yeah.
So what the rest of you see is this hand come out and form a plank and a board that takes you to the dock. It just hit her on the way out.
Thank you, Pixie.
Well played, Pixie. Well played.
I deserve that. Probably.
I'm gonna head on to shore.
Can someone pull me up?
This is levitate
Nope,
back-
you're on your own.
It's a much simpler design than the Jabo launcher.
Jabo launcher's better.
Call us the Kia shover.
Hey, Jabo, we still have that. Oh, no, we never brought the wood. Damn it.
No, we got preoccupied.
There's all kinds of wood floating around the ship right now.
Do we have a rowboat?
You do not have a rowboat.
All right.
You have a board going from the pixie to the dock right now, or a tangle of wood, actually, more of a tiny walkway.
Sorry. You cut out for me, so.
Got it.
Yeah, no, there's a walkway
Oh my
now.
gosh,
It'll work.
I just imagine all of us walking along this like giant route.
More or less exactly what's happening, and you watch as the ship starts to absorb debris from the surrounding water.
Oh yeah, get your fill.
And Kia, levitating right above the surface, is moving at a slow pace. She's keeping up, right? You have some travel distance with this, but you all make it to the shore, and the scene itself in front of you is it was hit by the tsunami. It was washed away. There are only a few buildings still standing, those made of of stone in the right shapes, the more dome-esque structures. And there's only a few. The rest you see, there seems to be small tents, shelters, handcrafted.
Shelters?
Shelters.
Holy shit! It's the fire festival, guys.
More or less. It looks like they've turned this entire
Burning Man?
island, or at least this portion of town that you can see, into a large campground. And they've more or less ignored the debris. And I need every single one of you give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
I knew it.
Oh.
I knew it.
Is it a charm?
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Larry.
Charm, I get advantage.
Yes.
Hey, it's a horse roll.
All right.
Jabo immediately turns around and doesn't use the
It's
plank as
party time.
Jabo uses the Jabo launcher to enter the town.
He runs back onto
If
the
this
ship and
doesn't
launches
get
himself.
me into a fraternity, nothing will.
So, anybody who got a 17 or lower feels this
wow.
immense pressure push down on them. They feel instantly intoxicated. That lack of inhibition overwhelming as you set foot on this island. You just throw all responsibility to the wind. Anything you planned on doing, anything you wanted to see, it's gone. You just want to party. Now,
Also, nothing's changed.
Right, most of them
Nox,
are dead anyways.
Nox and Joy, you feel this pressure, but you fight it off. You resist it. You feel something trying to beat into your head, and as you look around on the beach, everyone is dancing. They're drinking. There's music. It's this large festival. But there are people who definitely look exhausted. They're moving, they're dancing, but they're stumbling. Good.
I wonder when the last time they slept was.
Wait.
Sleep is for the
Oh my
weak,
god.
Joy.
I wonder if they're all partying out there, like we talked about earlier. Joy. We talked about earlier. What kind of drinks they have out there? I just sprint.
I'm going. Wait for me, Shelt,
Oh shit, I need to roll for Steven.
and I will.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Steven's right
Okay.
there with you, and he's
Yeah.
taking off his shirt. He's throwing it, and as he gets a few steps, he starts taking off his pants.
Nox, do you think we should do anything about that?
You all can experience this in your own character's way.
Oh yeah, he's already over there going to the beat.
Like, I'm not real worried about Jabo. But some of those
Kester,
people
you
look
failed,
real
I thought.
tired.
I did fail. I don't know what to do. I
Well,
never thought that would happen.
We will
You
go.
teleport over there.
We will go one at a time, and you can tell me. And I'll describe the scene real quick, and you tell me how you are immediately reacting, and we'll go from there. So, in front of you, almost a Burning Man, not a Burning Man size bonfire, but there's a large bonfire. There's a bunch of people dancing. There's some music playing. It's mostly drums, because people who are playing it are just going to town with all the energy, not the finesse of a lute. The soft sounds are gone. This is very passionate. There is a lot of alcohol being passed around. It looks like an open bar on this particular beach with glasses and shots lined up. They're being taken and spilled messily. There's a bartender behind it, a dwarf who is trying to keep up with it and taking drinks himself. You're not sure how he keeps up and how he manages to function, but he's going. He's still pouring, he's working, as if some other force is compelling him to action. There is off to the side, not discreetly hidden, just a pile of bodies. Living, writhing, sweaty bodies. No shame. There is circles of people laughing and talking and cheering, playing games, rolling dice. There is a section of people competing, foot races, long jumps, high jumps, anything that gets the adrenaline pumping. And all of this seems to cascade deeper and deeper into the city, though the concentration of it seems to be on the beach where the debris is least affecting the surrounding area. As you go in, the buildings get taller and the debris created by them fallen and covering more space. Now, in the debris, you do see limbs and arms and people who weren't recovered and weren't saved in the disaster. There are corpses, and there is a wafting smell of alcohol, sweat, urine, death over the whole thing. Now, one at a time, as you see this and you feel this overwhelming force, Kia, what does Kia do? And she gets a 2 on her roll.
No, I had advantage, but my original roll was an 8.
8. You got an 8. So what does an 8 mean for you?
An 8? Well, I'm following after Shelt, who is running. And then, like, when I catch up to Shelt, drinks, and remember when we, like, first met? Let's dance.
Yes, dance. I haven't danced in so long.
I
Been
know.
like, long.
We need to dance.
I haven't danced since Anthony was here.
You two give me a performance roll for your dancing.
All right. Performance is there. Oh, I'm such a good dancer.
We flipped it. Last time Kia got the crit.
You two find your sync really quickly. He is a bit off at first, but she makes up for it in enthusiasm. Shelt, you match it, and the two of you blend in with this crowd, almost near moshing in the middle, and you lose yourself for an hour and a half of dancing.
I forgot Squishy. I rolled for Squishy right there.
Thank you.
Squishy wants
Oh
to
wow,
party.
how does that work?
Squishy's
Okay, I'll get
a
to that.
party animal.
Squishy sees a bunch of gnomes and he gets hungry.
Party frog.
And it's fantastic. There's nothing about this that feels bad or wrong. It feels amazing. The people are so happy around you. Not a care in the world. Jamie, what do you do?
Can I do a mass medicine check?
Go ahead and roll me a medicine check.
Can I?
Sorry, you broke up. I'm assuming he said assist with that. But then Connor, can you hear me?
Oh, Connor's dead. Can we get
Should
some
we just assume
F's in
assist
chat
for
for
now?
Connor?
I'm really starting to get pissed off.
I hear you. You help her? What do you do?
I don't even know what her action was besides go out and look at people.
Okay.
I roll a medicine check.
Right, you rolled a medicine check, but I'm wondering what you did to. Essentially, I want to help inspect the people with her.
Okay. You give me 2 separate medicine checks.
Okay.
Okay. You take some time, and over the course of the next hour and some change, you move around the crowd and you observe. You've lost your friends in the chaos. They're somewhere. You can't find them, but you're focused on the people. The feet of every individual seems to be calloused. Not broken and bleeding, but recovered and worn down. Recovered and worn down. There are people with injuries that shouldn't be out here. Definitely people limping on sprained or even broken legs. You see a few splints and makeshift casts. Nothing.
It's fucking hardcore, man.
Exactly. It's not that they've been dancing on a broken foot. It's that at some point they performed their medicine check on it and then continued to party. You see casts and splints and then people who are just in a variety of different shapes.
Sounds like my 20s.
Nobody's starving. Most people are quite plump. Looks like they're well fed, as if they overindulge regularly and burn off as much as they possibly can with constant dancing. But you can't outrun the fork. And you can see by the spread of the food, all varieties of delicacies.
That looks delicious, and that looks delicious.
You're not even sure where, who's cooking, who's doing the work. Nobody seems to be working. The bartender even is partying while serving drinks, as if it's something innately, and you'll pick up on this, Connor, the dwarf's responsibility. It's a core of his person to serve, and he enjoys it. This is his party. This is his calling, so much so that even him being a part of this doesn't override that innate being. And you'll see that represented again in the mosh pit. A handful of more barbaric, muscled individuals, some humans, some orc, even a couple elves in there that look more tribal in nature, and they're really going at it, just a hair's breadth from, oh, you spot them for a minute, kid shelt dancing before they disappear into the crowd.
We're gonna have to deal with that later.
Have to deal with how sick our moves are. How embarrassed you are. You would never be able to
Okay,
pull off the fucking
guys-
true ways.
you guys are 10 seconds away from recreating Dirty Dancing.
Excuse me. We're 10 seconds after.
Nox, you're 10 seconds from creating Footloose, aren't you?
I'm gonna
I don't
eat
know
some
how
of the
well
food.
his performance will roll.
Kester.
No.
Yes. You said there was dice games and gambling.
Oh, yeah, the people are...
That's where we at.
Okay. That's where you're at. Okay.
We grab beer, we grab some alcohol, we play games.
Okay. Go ahead and give me... Do you have a gambling roll?
No.
Okay. Then give me a wisdom check, please. No. Give me intelligence. You would play the game in that way. Because you find exactly the game you're looking for.
Fuck me.
I mean, we're
And it's called Guess What's Behind My Back. They take 3 items in front of them, and they grab 2 of them, and they shuffle them around behind their back, and they say, guess what's behind my back?
Well, if we're playing that way, Ramori's behind them telling me what's behind them.
Sure. Okay. Give me a deception check instead, then. At advantage.
Man. I guess, yeah, it makes sense.
It's a very low DC.
Yeah, but I'm bad at deception.
You're just lying about...
Or are you bad at
You're
deception?
pretending to be surprised.
I do all the lying for him.
He's right.
I'm definitely not a wizard. Wink.
This is staying up for a little bit.
I noticed it. I'm really appreciating it.
Oh.
Like I said, -1.
Okay. It doesn't go poorly. With an 8 in this condition while cheating, you make a lot of money. You start pulling in coppers, silvers. The game gets interesting. People start coming up and what you seem to deem as gym leaders for what's behind my back begin to challenge you. And nobody has quite picked up you're cheating. Give me a wisdom check, please.
Uh-oh.
You're doing too well.
Yep.
But do you know when the right time to cut off is? As the overwhelming urge to gamble is only going to be overcome by something else. And that's to drink. As you take all the money you just earned and pay for drinks.
Oh,
They're
for
free,
everyone?
but you just start throwing money in the air, screaming rounds on the house. Yeah. The 2 of you who aren't influenced by this, you see him throw gold and platinum into the air. Hundreds.
I'm
Can I
gonna
catch
murder
it?
that boy.
I mean, if you want to move into the body and dance of the
don't
dancing and
wanna move
piles,
into the
you're
dancing.
kind of on the outskirts.
What is he?
But I will
Nox.
say you can keep 10 platinum of that for your trickiness.
Nox.
Thank you.
Hey, Sadra, with all the subs, you are fantastic. Thank you so much for the support. We appreciate it. I'm going to have to pull this off before I get kicked off of YouTube for stealing content.
I mean, it's less than 10% of the screen,
Yeah.
so.
I mean, when we do a 3-hour stream, that's fair.
No, I meant even the space. I think that's how people
Yeah.
get away with it with anime and stuff.
There's lots of, yeah, they're fair. Lots of things to beat bots. All right, so from there we have J-Boat. The overwhelming urge. What do you do?
It literally Terry Crews out there, except that I have attempted to try to seduce people with unhinging and rehinging my appendage to the beat of the music, and I'm
Oh,
hoping it makes
no.
noise while I do it.
Okay.
I hate you so much.
Give me a performance.
I wonder
check.
how many of these it would take to kill me right now.
All right.
That's not bad with a +0.
It's not. You find the rhythm, and it's with the drum beat, right? And things are just.
And I'm trying to get as many people as possible for like a chain gang.
You start a second smaller pile next to the other larger pile, where you find yourself swimming in bodies, and you're not sure exactly what end is what. But for the entirety of about an hour and a half, you have a movement penalty decreased by 75% because you're surrounded by difficult terrain.
I was gonna say, are the bodies difficult terrain, Casey?
Yes, and then that you find yourself in the pile, and the piles eventually merge together. And at this particular moment, that hour and a half, as you all kind of find yourself in, you lose track of time. An hour and a half becomes 4 hours, becomes sunset. Everyone who failed the check take a level of exhaustion.
Yes.
As the
All
sun sets over the horizon and the magic dissipates, you find yourself in control of your body, and everybody around you stops, looks around. A couple of them in the piles stop making eye contact, and they all start to disperse quietly, as if this is part of the routine. Not normal. No one's questioning. No one is surprised. And they walk to little huts and buildings, and those who sustained injuries begin to patch themselves up. You see the beginning of this, and Joy and Nox, as you sat on the outside, you're really kind of picking up the rhythm. Let me get an insight check from the two of you. You've had a whole long time to look at this, and you even
Yikes.
grabbing a few drinks and sitting on the outside and watching. Joy, this is a daily thing. You know that it's at this point right now. It looks like the magic has ceased, and it looks like it will resume at some point in the future, presumably the morning.
Nox, I think this happens every day. Have you seen their feet?
I mean, I probably guessed that, but at this point, those people on the sex pile were doing such weird shapes, and it sort of blew my mind a little bit.
You're focused sometimes, Nox. I'm just not sure.
It's weird sometimes. I'm not even sure how I became a priest some days.
I mean,
Hey, 10,000 points into the abyss.
oh
Oh, no.
Oh man, what is today's abyss, Casey?
Mm,
We're in a very delicate moment. Let's see. I need Jabo. Give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh no.
I hope I did not contract anything.
I
That's
mean,
not a saving throw.
Can you?
we absolutely need another mission to save
Oh!
someone from.
Woo!
Okay. All right. Okay, so
Damn.
the Into the Abyss for today's session from here on out will be a series of negative penalties at very high DCs following the actions of being under the influence. Jabo, with a natural 20 or a 24 total, whatever it is trying to penetrate into the core of Jabo, he resisted.
Jabo does not get the.
The clap.
What rot?
He got the knock. Onward.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Wow.
All right, I'm gonna need Kia and Shelt to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Good thing we're rogues, right?
Okay, Kia, you in the middle of that found yourself too near the mosh pit. You broke your leg.
Oh.
You continue to dance on it.
Oh.
Take 2 more levels of exhaustion.
Oh shit.
Ow.
I
What is
am
with you and being exhausted, Kia?
right.
Right?
I am at 3, guys.
As the spell wears off, immense pain floods your body.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You were still... Oh, God, we gotta get you on the ship.
Oh.
I am not strong enough. Jabo!
Yeah, right here. Let's do this.
Son of a bitch.
There were moments where you weren't standing and people were just dancing on you. The leg is twisted
Oh.
and maimed.
Am I anywhere near them?
You hear the scream. You recognize it through the crowd of people as people begin to separate and move out of
There's
the way.
probably tears there, man.
I think I gotta go. We just got her better.
Yeah, let's go.
When we do get her back, I'm gonna try to straighten her leg out, put a splint on it, type of thing, and then also heal her.
Like, alcohol.
Okay.
J-Bo, alcohol.
So give me a
Here
medicine
you go,
check
down
from
the hatch.
anybody. Medicine check from anybody that's doing it. Let me get all the healing rolls.
Wait. Guidance on Joy.
So I rolled
I'm
twice.
helping. No, guidance is you
You roll a d4.
you
and add
roll
it
an
to
extra
it.
Yeah.
d4, but I'm also helping you and giving you advantage.
Okay.
So roll twice, and I did roll a d4,
Yep.
or
Also-
roll d4, roll d4.
Roll 1d4.
Okay. Okay. Here's what happens. You recognize that a straight healing spell would recover hit points, but it might heal the leg in the wrong position.
I said straighten it first.
You said straight. You spent some time splinting it. I saw a 16 and a 10. Is that 23? Was there?
Joy has a total of 25.
Okay.
I rolled at advantage because
That's
She
all fair.
fixed my kerflubs.
You managed to get her leg straight, and the healing. Let me double check something before I say the words I'm going to say. The healing takes, and the leg settles in well, and between pulling and pushing in the right directions and casting a few heals, it sets. But the process is so agonizing, Kia will take a 4th level of exhaustion.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
Well, you're out of this adventure, Kia.
I need sleep, guys.
Is
Leave
it
her on the
5th
boat.
level that kills you?
It's
Like, are
Sixth
you-
level kills her.
Okay.
Do I die from partying hard?
You are very close to dying from partying hard. If you for example did not sleep for the next couple nights, you would just die.
Sorry
didn't
for
sleep for the
party
next-
rocking.
Next 2 days, she'd be dead.
Right.
Yeah.
Your hit points are halved.
You are
Get her on-
disadvantaged
get
on
her on
ability
Pixie.
checks. Your speed is halved. Your disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws, and your hit point maximum is half. Now I'm going to say because your leg is healed, you can walk on it, but that's the exhaustion in the speed. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I think maybe we should leave her
Um,
here with Steven.
So Quaz,
Wait,
Yeah,
where is Steven?
So Quaz, your 10K was completely, it was beaten back by a natural 20. He beat that. The Game Jockey 10K was the broken leg, and Steven, you don't know, you lost track of him.
Oh no. Gotta find Steven.
Did he spend a second 10K? No, he didn't. Okay.
And I'm out of 10Ks, so.
That's fine.
You almost killed me.
And I'm not gonna throw my points away on hurting my friends.
Yeah, it's for Sadra.
No, you're
Wait,
good,
your
man.
points are to hurt Sadra, or
It's Sadra's job to hurt people with points.
oh,
Which
okay,
one?
that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's not both.
I'm just taking guess.
And you find your way back to the ship. The landscape before you, a couple people start doing a little bit of rebuilding. You see some people exhausted and tired and still heavily intoxicated and high and still sweaty, starting to try to rebuild a little bit of the island before they pass out and go to sleep.
I'm gonna
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
try and heal people. If I
Ugh.
see someone trying to like fix things and they're still intoxicated, I'm gonna spend all my spell slots on the way back to the ship to make them not intoxicated, so they actually have a chance.
Well, it looks like
Was
it's
this
time for the
Bruno?
dwarf to
Really
actually
quick.
do some work.
We're gonna hit these abyss points. Kester,
Yep.
you
Almost
spent
got away with
your
it.
day gambling. You spent your day buying drinks that didn't have a price. Is your inventory currently accurate?
It's oh shit. Yes, it's pretty accurate.
Okay, 1 second. Let me take a quick look, because as you begin right now doing a pocket check, right? You're checking your books, you're checking your gold.
Oh, the hag books are on the boat. That's the one thing that would not be with me.
Okay, that's fair.
How much did he lose?
Well,
I'm gonna lose my magic item.
first and foremost, all your money's gone.
He even lost the 10 plat that you gave him.
Yep.
Yay!
Both masterwork scimitars.
Oh, I'm so glad this is your stuff and not mine.
Yep.
The owlbear toy.
Oh,
You wouldn't.
And
Man, you didn't even have to say from this. It just happened.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Albert toys gone.
and one. Well, yeah, we'll leave it at that.
we'll search the pawn shops for it, Kester.
I
You
would
find
like
yourself,
that toy back.
you whether you spent it or were robbed, these things are missing as you check.
Fuck.
Yeah, fuck.
Well, you all have fun. I'm gonna go work on
Spoopy,
rebuilding.
You
things.
monster.
Spoopy didn't do it. Bruno
Oh no.
Bruno used her account.
That's not what it sounds / looks like.
Eh. It happens.
Oh no, Spoopy isn't caught up and doesn't know what's going on.
She can't hear it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, it was Bruno.
Oh, okay.
That's fun. Give me a perception check, Kester.
Son of a bitch. How to find these skills? Damn.
How much gold did you have? How much did we lose right there?
79 gold, 10 platinum, and 7 silver.
So 178 gold basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
You have a very vivid memory of a slender elven woman with bright red hair being too close for a period of time. You think it might be related, but it might not.
I wonder how many people pass the wisdom checks often here.
That's a good question.
She says out loud in character.
Out of character.
So what do you do?
Make a living.
Selch,
The
we have a
fuck
bits to
out.
track.
Like, I don't know about you guys, but I need to sleep.
Yeah, you should just rest. We should probably set sail. Maybe get some rations and stuff real quick. And
What about Kester's things?
Yes, no, actually, Selt, I would like your help. I think I know who did it. And this is personal now. They took my owlbear.
Oh.
Bastard.
They took my owlbear toy.
Nothing else matters, just the owlbear.
I
Well, if
wouldn't
I'm
know.
going to be honest, that's the last memory I have of that interesting wizard. Artificer? I don't know what she was.
Yeah.
After I lost that spell book, that's kind of like the keepsake of don't carry your wet spell books on you.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually the only reason the hag books weren't on me. So you know, it's kind of like it's kind of important.
Yeah, no.
Scimitars, Nox can just make more.
That's how I saw those.
Yeah.
Knox is already pieced off the boat.
So
Wait, you're off the boat?
Yeah, Knox already left. So I'm gonna go work on fixing the town.
Oh, you and Jamie. Okay, both of you. How many spell slots and what level spell slots are you using to do things?
I use a 4th level fabricate.
Okay.
Um,
What's the range and power of fabricate? I've never.
fabricate is 10 square feet. I can just make anything out of wood.
Okay. So what do you make?
I'm gonna fix buildings.
Fix buildings? Okay. So you're not making new shelters, you're repairing existing shelters.
Yeah, because that's just easier to do.
What about Jamie?
I will use. I've got 4 first level slots and 3 each of second and third level. I'm gonna use Cure Wounds on the people that are out trying to do stuff still.
Okay. Anything else, Knox?
Yeah, the people who are out, I'm gonna use 3 mass healing words.
Okay.
And spread that out as much as I can, because peasants.
And I'll do
Go ahead.
1 4th level healing spirit.
Okay. The crowd very quickly recognizes what you're doing. Many of them start forming up in lines to receive what they're calling your blessings, your healing, your help. You manage to heal a significant number of people. There's just too many. You receive, I would say, many interactions like a young man. He looks middle-aged in decent shape, but he's visibly crippled. And he says, "Oh, thank you so much. It was fine before we could rest. We had our beds, food, but it won't stop. I don't want to party anymore."
When did it start?
He breaks down in tears for a bit, and he just starts hugging you. He says, "When did what start?"
Not being able to stop.
It's just the island. It's a way of life. But you sleep, you rest, you recover. We don't have anything anymore.
I'm so confused. Why don't you leave the island then?
There's a bit of pushing and shoving as people seem to be impatient for your help. And as he's being shoved out of the way, he says, "There aren't any ships. No one's coming for us."
Knox, when do you think the last time there was ships here was?
Before the tsunami, off in the corner, you just see him being like grabbed by 5 people. Jamie, I'm sorry, Joy, help.
That's exactly the situation. They're just hands, and people are reaching out. A different kind of care and touch than they've been experiencing throughout the day.
I will go closer to Knox.
Okay, I'm almost out of spells,
I'm out of spells.
but I have something that might help some people. Does anyone have anything actively bleeding?
Dozens of hands raise.
Okay.
I didn't hear you. You just broke up. You said okay.
And he's stuck.
Da 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 da.
Boing.
Boing.
If you just said anything, I couldn't hear any of it because I cut out again.
You
We
missed
made
so
fun of
much
you.
good
That was
stuff.
I know all of the good stuff.
All right. Yeah, several dozen people raised their hands when you asked if anybody was actively bleeding.
Okay.
You do see that most of them, the bandages are wrapped, so maybe they're not, but they seem anxious for help either way.
I'll try spare the dying on as many of them as I can get to.
Okay. They feel a bit of warmth, but nothing stops. They're not dying. but they take comfort in it. They feel the energies and they feel relaxed at a minimum. You get at least it's a kind of cleansing and healing touch. A couple of them grab your arm and hold you close and embrace you for those few moments of relief, as false as they may be.
God, I feel bad about this. But he's just gonna go around and just start spare the dying on as many people as he can find.
Okay. Chelt, Kester, you make your way off of the ship and you're looking across the crowd, and they had gotten ahead of you a little bit, and you kind of see all this unfolding. What are you doing?
So you said you thought you know who took your shit?
I have an idea of who did it. I think it was a. You said it was a thin elven girl with red hair.
Yep. That's it.
It's not much to go off of, but we've done more with less.
Yeah, we have, haven't we? Yeah, I'll start looking around. I'll see what I can find.
Both of you may give me an investigation check. We'll start there, then we'll.
Okay.
Oh, come on. My Chrome is going so slow right now. Chrome. Oh. Chrome just closed. I complained that Chrome was going slow.
So it
and
just said, "Fuck it, I'm done."
Real quick,
Yeah.
do you have hardware acceleration on for Chrome? It might help a lot.
I mean,
like,
I
I hope
don't
it's
know.
off, because if it's off, we can solve your problem. But if it's on, well, you're fucked.
Isn't it on by default though?
I don't know. It's under systems. Use hardware acceleration right here.
here, let me try to get this roll going before
If you got a physical dice that's closer, I'll accept that this time too, depending on how bad your Chrome's being.
I don't know where my bag of dice is at the moment.
Okay, we'll just focus on the roll then, on the D20, roll 20.
Yeah, it's booting up.
So, Kester, you two stick together or split off for this investigation?
I think this time it might be better to split off. They know my face, and if they see Shell with me, that might alert them, especially if they see me before I see them.
Okay. Well,
My investigation is shit.
Okay.
Mine's not much better.
Noted. And Kia, what are you doing while they do this? I'm sorry to break your leg and take you out of this. But...
It's okay. No, I'm resting. There's nothing else I can do. I mean, like, I guess I could look for Steven because we don't know where he is, but I should probably rest.
Okay. Well, what I'll say is, you can move around at half speed. You can find a crutch to help your burden a little bit, but you've been magically healed. You are exhausted, and if you want to get out there and help, I don't have any immediate plans to exhaust you one more level.
Okay. I'll look for Steven.
As long as you sleep tonight, you're fine.
Yeah. Yeah, Steven.
Where's hardware acceleration?
So you on the right hand side, there's 3 dots. You click them and go to settings.
Mm-hmm.
Go to advanced.
Mm-hmm.
System.
System. Yeah, it's on.
Okay. All right. That makes roll 20
it's
smooth.
It's not like it's a recurring problem. It's all of Chrome suddenly stuttered and then just closed.
It was just like, you know what? Fuck off. I'm not going to play this game right now with you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Kia. Perception or investigation. Now, Kester and Kyle, or Kester and Shell, you split off and you begin searching, looking for bright red hair, looking for something. Now, Kyle, you get turned around a few times in the mass of people trying to surround and come to the healers. The whole city seems to be converging on this spot, and the traffic's pushing you around, but you're keeping an eye out for the red hair. That's what you have. Kester, you make your way instead on the outskirts, looking through the buildings, the rubble, the people. You find avoiding the mass to be a little easier. And just when you're about to give out, just on the edges deeper into the city. Well, I say the edges and then deeper into the city, far away from the edges of the parties where the rebels the worst. There's a window, partially collapsed building, and you see for a moment a gleam of red hair. And then you hear voices. Seems like there's a conversation going on in hushed tones in this building on the other side of this wall that you find yourself on the outside of.
Can we listen in on the conversation? So you said it's an open window, right?
It is.
So we stand below the open window, back to the wall, and kind of listen in on it.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Yep. I'm gonna do something stupid. This is gonna get me killed again.
It's a DM inspiration, purple. It's advantage on a d20 of their choice. Oof. What's your passive?
6. Passive is 12.
Okay, that's fair. You sit there for a moment, and the hushed voices are tough to make out at first. They're talking in this low tone, trying to be discreet. It's very clear that they're describing an attack. Do you stay?
Absolutely. Let's be stupid.
Then give me a stealth check. You sit for a prolonged
I should
moment.
have totally went back, but they could be gone. 23.
Ooh.
Thank you, Selt.
Hell yeah. You're welcome. all the training, my boy.
Taking a level 1 rogue. Nah. Stay wizard.
You take a longer moment, and you get closer. You move your head under the window, and you skate along the wall. The voice is coming from the far side of this room. You get low, and you get your ear as close as you can. You are the darkness.
Hell.
You hear a gruff voice come up and say, I'm not sure if a direct assault is ideal. Well, he keeps the day, during the day, if some of us can overcome it, the moments. I think maybe his guards are just about as relaxed as the rest of the front door. Sometimes might just be the best way. Maybe he's a little vulnerable. And the gruff voice cuts back and it says, "Do you really think that he surrounds himself with weak-minded, willed gods?" I mean, he surrounds himself with the rest of us garbage. Might be. We might get lucky. And a feminine voice cuts in and says, "Look, we're not talking about military assault. This is clean. It's easy. Right in, get out. We don't have to charge in the front door. Delicate approach. Look, he's got to go. I don't care how you do it. 4 of us to the front door, you try to dance in the window, it don't matter. Daminimo's got to die."
Oh.
And there's a silence that
Okay.
pierces everybody, a calm in the conversation as they
Okay.
all take a moment to consider the words.
Now, see, in a movie, this would be the part where he loses his footing and like hits the can or something. After that line, that would always be the point.
Oh. Purple Dragon, given inspiration, says, "Oh, dear adventure, while some pass or perish and prevail by sheer luck, fate, this is for Kester. The voices may carry on, and may they help you at the greatest time of need. You will carry on." So you found yourself with a little bit of inspiration right here as you overheard this assassination discussion.
Okay. They want to kill a god.
Thank you, Purple.
I am totally in on that. Fuck. Fuck you, Black Fist. Putting those ideas in my head. Oh, son of a bitch. So they're on the upper floor, right?
No, you're on the lower floor. You're squat
No.
down.
You're Samwise Gamgee in it right now.
Yeah.
I'm Samurai Gans. Yeah, okay, cool. So we're on the same floor, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's.
But of all the gods to kill, really?
Yeah.
I know,
Daminimo.
but yeah, this is fair. I need to get a look at him. Can I get a peek in the window? Try
With
to
your
get their
deception
faces?
check, absolutely. So
Okay.
you peek in. You see the slender elven woman with the red hair. She's already strapped your scimitars to her body. She doesn't have them on her side. She's got them like in this back strap contraption. It looks like they don't fit perfectly in the holster she's got them in. You see a dwarf, gruff individual. He's got double knotted beard. He also looks armored out, wearing a set of heavy armor, a shield, and a large warhammer on his belt. The warhammer and the shield emblazoned with the sign of Daminimo. You see a scraggly, thin man, an older gentleman, looks heavily tanned and wrinkles deep set into the face. His hands shallow from, I'd say, hard labor and malnourishment. Just looks like time has not been kind to him. And then a handful of nondescript youths and citizens. It looks like these three are leading this meeting, but they have about a dozen others listening in off to the side, of
They're
varying
lucky.
races and origins.
They look like unprepared fireball.
God, could you
They look
imagine
very
if
unprepared.
you just fireball?
I was be like, fireball, you fuckers took my shit.
Wait,
I
you're
could-
7th level. Shouldn't you have a 4th level slot?
Oh yeah, I could do that. Don't worry. That's if they make me mad.
While you think about this,
Yeah, go to someone else.
Kia,
Can I use my passive? It's 13.
you may. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of passives. Passives, ladies and gentlemen, are what you see when you don't try. You can't shoot
I'm
more.
not trying.
You're not. You're distracted by a lot of things, but your eyes are glancing over and around the crowds. With that check and with the time you spent moving around, you don't see Steven at all. You actually end up finding Shelt before you find anybody else.
And I was gonna say I would have been with her, kind of help guarding
Yeah.
her, since she is so fragile right now with Squishy.
Oh my gosh, I just imagine like hobbling down the street with a Jabo crutch.
Des
Yeah.
just gave you a critical hit, Kester. If you
Oh.
use that on a fireball, I'll give you an
Jeez.
extra D6.
I don't have a fireball, but we
Or
got an
D8.
ice storm. Thank you, Hags.
Anyway, you two meet in the middle of the.
Hi, Shelt. Have you seen Steven yet?
No. Have you seen any thin red-headed elves?
No. I mean, I could look. I'll be terrible at looking, but I could look.
That's all right. You keep doing it. Shouldn't you be on the ship resting?
Yeah, but I'm a little concerned about Steven. I mean, we know where everyone else is, just not him.
Yeah, that's fair. God, this is
This is a bad idea.
Is this just what life is like in Daminimo's?
I
'Cause-
hope not, because it's terrible.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest with you. This is just.
We should
I
have
mean,
never.
if people just. Yeah.
But like, we need to help the people.
It's almost like someone mentioned that this might be shit.
Maybe we should find out what's wrong with Daminimo.
You're not here,
Yeah.
are you?
Oh no, I'm responding to Nox.
I mean, the aura, whatever happened, it doesn't reach the ship, right?
I
You didn't feel
I
it
don't
until you
know.
stepped off.
I mean, if it doesn't, we can wait out the exhaustion and then try and help these people, but that could also lead to more people dying or getting injured.
I don't even know at this point. This is all so insane. It's I don't like this.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Like, I expected Party City, but I didn't expect Party City.
Yeah. Partying isn't nearly as fun when it's required.
Yeah. It feels like a job at that point.
Yeah, mandatory partying.
They don't even get
Word,
paid.
clause, word.
I got a question. Never mind. Sorry.
Once I'm out of spell slots, I think I'd like to start looking around for the big house.
Okay. The big house.
Yeah, the one that looks like someone important lives there.
Okay, we'll get to that. Jabo, what have you been up to?
Oh, I said I was guarding Kia.
So you were in this conversation. You wandered with.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just spacing out.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Him and I.
Like, I'm probably just like leaning
Mm-hmm.
against Jabo.
Yeah, fair. You are the crutch.
Yep, Jabo's the crutch.
Actually, it's little Jabo that's the crutch. It's just the.
Oh my god, no!
He opens up the
And-
B. He opens up the B launcher.
Banned.
And she leans on
Grab
that.
my strong limb.
And
The worst part is Kia would. She would just be like, whatever, Jabo.
All right.
banned
As you-
all of you.
As you sit there, Kester, listening in, people begin to move. They start grabbing bags, and with your passive perception, you'll hear them say something. We've got to go now. We only have so much time before daylight. We ride through.
Oh, I want to interrupt them. Let's interrupt them.
Okay.
We'll interrupt them. This straight out. So your plan is to kill a god?
You stand up and say that?
Yeah, straight.
And then fireball.
No.
Okay.
I want them to know how over the fucking head they are.
Everyone in the room drops what they're doing and begins to draw weapons and turns in your direction.
I'll raise my wand.
Not smoothly, not efficiently. You've caught them off guard. You have your wand in your hand. Give me an intimidation check, I think is what you're going for.
I think
You don't even know what
You may
you're doing.
do it at advantage.
Kester doesn't know what he's doing right now.
I
He's
want-
just doing it.
I want this to fail, and for this to look like the Disney scenes where like all the swords are around his face. Like, hi.
I love that.
I want this to succeed.
Ah, I messed up. I should have came down and said, hello there.
Oh.
General Kenobi.
General Kenobi.
General
Kenobi.
Wow.
Well, I'm glad I gave you advantage at that point.
I would have used inspiration. I have two of them apparently because they're being really nice to me
They
right
are
now.
they are loving on you right now.
Yeah.
You are in the pivotal moment as the handful of nondescript background noise people take a step back. Most of them take a step back and hesitate. The dwarf and the scrawny gentleman stand firm and pull weapons and point at you. The scrawny man holding up a wand of his own. The woman beginning to draw the scimitar. They get kind of stuck in her misfitting sheath. And she stops and starts slowly pulling one out. And the skinny man with the wand steps forward and says, well, you've made your presence known here. He points his wand at you. Are you dying? You've got something to say before you die? Right about now?
Right about now? Let's see here. You might get me, but I'll take out your entire chance before you get the shot. So what, you got 12 people? What is the number?
We'll say roughly 16.
16? See, I drop so is that 16 including the 3 in front?
Yes.
I drop 13 of your guys at one moment. Maybe take one of you two with me. And then what do you got?
Let's see. With your 18 intimidation, he says, another spell book for my collection.
Oh.
We would get along just great if your friend didn't steal from me.
He looks back and says, which one?
The red one. Those are nice cemeteries, aren't they?
Shelly, what the fuck? And she gets one completely out, and it says, well, they look nice. Fine. All right. You got people looking out and being cautious in the streets now. When we talk about this, you can't just be taking stuff. And she takes the scimitars and passes him off to the scrawny individual, and he grabs him in his hand and looks at him and says, "But I've only ever seen one man with the wand and a sword."
Really? He live in Jellicoy?
I'm saying he didn't live anywhere. What do you know?
Nothing.
Yeah, neither did I. As he tosses your scimitars at you, but it's not a clean grab in the air toss. They're just flying in the air in a tumbling fashion.
Yeah, no, going to pick him up, I feel like would be dangerous.
Just kind of let him fall at your feet, or what do you do?
Well, don't fall at my feet.
Okay.
Second question for you, old man. Since I don't have your name.
I'm not giving you my name.
Good. Good. Do you think you have a chance?
Do you want to play that game?
No, I mean against Daminimo.
It ain't about chances.
Then what's it about? Necessity.
You've seen it.
Yeah.
Pulled up
once.
You pulled up, and you saw it.
I did.
We're gonna fucking die.
Probably.
It's time to fix it. I'm gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it. And either you're gonna get in our way, and this journey ends for one of us, or I don't fucking know. What do you do? What are you here for? You're talking a bunch, so you helping? You getting out of my way?
I'm not sure yet.
You better fucking decide quick. You're come out here trying to be all fucking charming on me, saying things like "kill a god." You seem like somebody with a plan, and then you don't have a plan.
That's a lot for someone who stutters. Besides the point,
you see his glare gets a bit intense at that comment.
I apologize. That's too far.
The dwarf puts his hand on his shoulder and says, calm down. He'll let the boy talk." And the clearly wizardly gentleman looks back at the dwarf and gives him a glare and shoots back a glance at you.
Well, we tried another way before we tried killing a god. Or was your first thought is, hey, we can't stop partying, let's kill a god?
Go ahead. Give me your full assessment of the situation. What do you think we have? What do you think we're dealing with right now? Go ahead. You seem smart. You gotta be reading books, waving wands at me.
I just got here. I don't have enough information.
Yeah, tell me all of it. What you got? What do you think? What do you think happens every day?
I think you guys every day at a certain time of night must start to party. I'm not sure at what time. If you're not able to fight it off, you party, you gamble. And you don't think very clearly. And lots of bad things happen.
From dawn to sunset.
Dawn to sunset. So you have only the night.
He nods.
Fool's errand. On a side note, did you take my owlbear?
He lowers his wand, puts it in a side pouch, and looks back at the redhead, who shrugs and says, well, "You gave it to my little sister."
Inside?
Yeah, go ahead.
I could see me doing it. I could see him doing it.
Yeah, you believe her.
Fuck. I didn't even want the scimitars back.
I can get it for you.
No. If I gave it to her, I gave it to her.
Well, son, you didn't give it to anybody.
Huh?
No. She didn't say you gave it to my sister. She said I gave it to my sister.
Oh, is that what she said? Oh, I
Yeah,
misheard
she
her.
stole it from you and gave it to her sister.
Fooled
Oh, you
yourself,
fuck you!
did ya?
Give me my owlbear back.
And it is at this moment that those looking, so the rest of the party, will, a few moments apart from different angles, see Kester standing off to the side in the middle of the street, holding his wand aggressively, arguing in the middle of the street, pointing angrily about the owlbear.
Would it be me
Through a
first? Because it would be
window.
me first. I would walk over to him and grab the back of his head. What the fuck are you doing?
And ladies and gentlemen, that's where we're going to leave tonight's episode.
Oh man.
Meanwhile, Nox and Joy.
Oh,
Is he
my
falling?
God.
He's falling.
Stop myself.
Essentially, all of you converge moments apart. So Shelt, Jabo, and Kia will stumble on first, and Shelt grabs the back of his collar in the middle of this very tense situation, and you see the other two of you, Connor and Jamie, will see the grabbing.
Joy left me. Nox is still surrounded by a bunch of people.
Then you're surrounded by a bunch of people as they reach out and touch you and thank you and wait for your blessings.
touch me.
I walked up to you first and was like, let's go do this thing. And
Yes, and then you said, as soon as my spell slots are done, I leave. And
yeah,
Nox is like,
you're supposed to follow me.
I'm still surrounded by people, Joy.
But I was right next to you.
You were supposed to pull me out. You were the chosen one.
Oh man.
Grab my collar, Knox.
You don't always get. Oh god, this is great. Thank you, Kia, for. You don't always get the cliffhanger you think you're gonna get to, but.
Mia shouldn't be here right now.
I'm in danger. Are you saying that there's an adventure that you can only travel at night without sleeping during the night, and then if you don't, you have to party the next day, and then oh my god, I'm in danger.
I mean, unless you're Joy and Nox.
I think she means we're about to fight and she's got 4 levels of exhaustion.
Oh,
I'm in
that.
danger.
Well,
And
we'll
the
find out.
spellcasters have no spells.
That sounds about right. I mean,
I'm in danger.
I'll fail one of those wisdom checks eventually and have a damn good time.
I think
Thank you
Kia,
for that. Your
honestly,
internet connection is unstable, laptop.
to be honest, I think Kia would see fucking Kester shaking his wand and just be like, I'm going back to the ship.
That's the most aggressive I've ever been.
I'm surprised
really
you left
good.
the ship.
Thank you so
I would have
much for that.
just
No, I
babysat
feel
you there.
bad.
Oh my
Or
god.
I don't know where Steven is. We bonded over bees.
Jesus.
Maybe he's
Kia,
finding a beehive.
You're walking 15 feet per second, not
Oh, yeah.
faster than you.
Hey, she's slower than the dwarf for the first time.
It's okay, Kia. I'll haste you that way. You were just faster than the dwarf.
No,
Stay back to the
haste.
ship.
even with haste, she'll be as fast as the dwarf.
I imagine
It doubles her
as
speed, she'll be
I'm
at 30.
trying to- As
It
I'm
doesn't
trying to walk
double
away
it,
from
does
this
it?
crowd by
Yeah,
the
it
way,
doubles
Knox,
it.
I'd be like, Knox, the ship says no carpenter bees.
Back to the ship in haste.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the
man.
current state of things. Shelt and Joy, or Kyle and Jamie, as they're known in the real world, are going to be streaming shortly after. We will send a raid over to Jamie as soon as she's set up. Until then, we're gonna play some nice music, some good old Bad Daddy techno.
Hey.
And then after me and my group have a quick huddle and we talk about the session and we talk, right? We do the huddle afterwards. I'm gonna show up in the Discord for anybody who wants to hang out. I'm feeling a couple rounds of a game I've been playing lately, maybe a little Teamfight Tactics, but I can be convinced otherwise. I know we did leave off on 2 Truths and a Lie last night, so
Yes,
go
we
watch
did.
Jamie's stream and come hang out in the Discord. Anybody else have any announcements?
Thanks, Cranky, for more bits.
Yes.
Since
Oh,
we
hey.
won't
Sorry.
since we won't be live before it happens, just a reminder, at least, and I think Chalky's going to be with us, but at least Jamie and I will
Yeah,
be at
maybe.
Emerald City Comic Con.
Yes.
And Amanda?
Yeah, I will be there
And
too
Connor.
on Saturday.
I
and
don't know.
Mary.
I don't know if I am or not.
Well, you'll be there on Saturday, right?
Well,
Because I
signed
got you that. I signed you up for that one already.
I signed up for. I have 16 hours, but I don't know if I get the pass.
You do if you send up for 16
Oh, yeah.
hours.
What do I need to do for that?
You pick it up there.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll sort it off, and
Okay.
yeah, that's it.
So Connor and I will both be DMing at Emerald City Comic
will-
Con.
Hell yeah.
I will
Sure.
not
I'm
be.
gonna try and sit in on one of those tables.
You
I
won't
won't-
be a DMing.
I won't be
No.
DMing because all the games were locked out when I tried to sign up. So
Fair
I'm going to be selling merch.
I'm going to be Yeah.
wearing a robe and speaking in wonderful different voices. Tell me,
I'm so jealous.
have you seen this wonderful item?
So jealous.
It
Bruno
comes
will
from the
probably be
far
DMing
beyond.
too.
I'm going to be DMing to sell shit.
That is so good. Sell our stuff, pass out our cards. I think you will see me streaming as often as I can from hotels and from laptops.
Yeah.
I think we're all getting together on the 10th next Tuesday anyway. And if I could pull a stream up and make it a hangout stream, we still will. I can't. There it is. There's that card. I can't disappear off of Twitch for 3 weeks, but I can't deliver the quality of the Delving in Deep stream that we're all used to having. So stay tuned for that stuff. Hang out, be good people. Take one of those cards and hand them out to everybody. You know, ladies and gentlemen, play us out with Bad Daddy.
Bad Daddy.
Bad Daddy.
It keeps kicking me in the deck. Why? Why does it keep kicking me in the deck?
Bad Daddy. Not your son. Bad Daddy. Real boy.